thanks for listening. Go fuck yourself.
Stuff, Supercross, hey, nipple, machete, fashion, a scintillating bloodbath, malicious fury, evil, cannabis, interesting thing, awesome, radio. Baby, keep your mouth shut. Baby, I try to beat my butt.
Man. And Will Pendarvis. Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Live from Hollywood.
Come on up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's the Jason Ellis Show, and it's on in the afternoon or some fucking internet time as well. It could be on, you know, man, you could be listening to it at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I wouldn't listen to it at 3 o'clock in the morning if I was you, because 3 o'clock in the morning is when old people ride bicycles down by the river and get shot in the head, and naked people are on the streets. Yep, that's right. Don't even get me started about the naked man that had an arm in his hand. Not his arm in the hand, someone else's arm in his hand. And that's 3 o'clock, and so, yeah. I would listen live if I was you. Supposed to say, check it out and on demand, but I wouldn't do it. Naked guy, one arm. That's on demand. You could be killed. I'm not sure what he's going to do. I never knew what the plan was. I mean, an arm is not a very good weapon. He's going to try to bait me with that. I got chances to get out of there, I think. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's Wednesday, Wolf Knife Wednesday. I already gave it away, so now, if you do hashtag Wolf Knife Wednesday, you'll get nothing until next week, where I generously give out way more shit. Right, Betsy? Wow, that was fucking fast. I just brought in a giant box. Dave the Voice Boys, who, his show alongside the Tully show every Saturday and Sunday. Both of them?
Every Saturday for sure.
Not Sunday, you guys?
I think Sunday too. Hell yeah. Ooh.
What about Saturday? What time is he?
Yeah. West Pacific time? Yeah.
In the morning?
At night, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
Apparently, she's going to be at my house tonight. Right. So, yeah, maybe there'll be a new Love and H this weekend.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah. I know, like, for the love of Christ, this guy is not...
Sorry to interrupt your Instagram live.
Wait, he was still doing it? You fucking asshole.
I was taking a pee. I was taking a leak. Didn't burn. Congratulations to me. Hey.
I went live too after I saw you. You inspired me to do that.
And I literally on my live, I was like, I'm not gonna make you. I'll be here on time, and I'm not gonna make y'all fucking wait for me to come in.
Yeah, you said that.
I did. I said that, and then I got caught up talking to Pendarvis, and then.
Oh, that's the worst thing you can do. Don't get caught talking to Pendarvis. He'll hold you down. He's like the man. He's like the government.
Yeah.
But he's your friend, so it's confusing as fuck.
I don't know what to do with him.
Cause it's like, wait, I'm not supposed. Okay, man. It's like a bear with no teeth.
Yeah.
But he's still got claws. Will Pendarvis. Yeah, me too. I love Will. Hey, check out my new camera angle. Maybe you shouldn't, but you look great.
Is it coming down us?
Yeah.
Get me in all my baldness.
No. It's for some reason. There's like the lighting is made the bit that you come over dark. It's kind of like guys got a castle, sold a castle, wanted to marry Elvis Presley.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. when Nick Cage has an angle where it looks like it's really his hair. Because in movies,
Yeah.
to me, I've always told Tully when I watch movies that he's in, so I sort of spend 75% of the time watching his hairline. Because it's mystical to me. Because it's
Keeps moving.
yeah. Well, sometimes it looks like there's bits that are slicked back at the very front, and I'm like, you don't have hair in the very front. So how'd you do that? It's like a comb over with like an origami fold at the front. It's very technical shit.
You know the worst part about my comb over is it didn't start as a comb over.
Just fell over
My
the
hair,
hole.
my hair was literally like parted and combed to the side, but I just kept losing hair there. Then
Yeah.
it just turned into a fucking comb over.
Well, it's not a comb over yet, dude. It's slicked back. It's not a.
Hair away from
I don't
If
feel
it's
like.
a comb over, you missed a bit.
Yeah, because I don't feel like you're ducking too much.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I
seems
don't-
like it's at least frozen where it is. I guess I see it
He's
so
said-
often.
I think
You're on
right.
you're on some hair products though, right? To hold
No.
that shit down.
Nope.
Oh, really?
Fuck it.
I passed a storefront right in this neighborhood, almost walking distance, yesterday that was like perfect hair restoration. Look at this young guy bald and look at him with a flowing head of hair. So
Did it work? Did it look good?
well, I didn't actually need to go in there.
But the picture was the picture good?
They always look about the same to me. It's not like the head of hair that you would ideally dream of, but I wouldn't. See, people who aren't bald don't really scrutinize people's hair. Like, okay, I was at a restaurant yesterday.
He's got a full head of hair.
He has to shave the front of it so you can see his face.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a restaurant yesterday, and there was a Asian guy who had dyed his hair, but it was like halfway up. Like, imagine if my hair was completely white, and I don't know where is this spot? Like just north of my temples.
Yeah.
He had just done that in all of the top of his head black.
Whoa.
What do you mean?
The top-
Tattooed it?
No.
So
He
it
had
was
he had
black.
he had
Is it
hair.
black
It was
and
it was just
Oh.
it was just a dye job.
Oh,
And he
okay.
had done the top half jet black, and he had done the bottom half nothing, and it was white. And I think he probably thought that he was like, okay, if I say that I'm not white at all, no one's gonna believe that. So people go gray on the sides first. I'll
Oh,
just
okay.
do that. And the funny thing is that I could tell he was an Asian guy and an older guy, Asian wife, and then they were seated across from a younger Asian lady and a white dude. So clearly it was a dude that was hanging out with like his in-laws or his future in-laws, and I'm sure that this guy just sits there just like digging his nails into the palms of his hands like, what is with your fucking hair? Why can't I talk about your fucking hair?
Yeah.
Like a Raiders helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you get enough alone time to work on your problem, you can sometimes go above and beyond the wrong way. According to some people, I mean, if he loves that hairstyle, then good for him.
Well, and guys
Maybe
are like,
he knows that that's exactly what he was going for, and that's his shit. Probably not, but
guys are big on set it and forget it.
yeah, right. Because you see dudes that have haircuts from yesteryear, and there's nothing left of their hair, but you can see the haircut that they're still trying to give themselves.
Yep.
And they have like the ghost. They have like the ghost part where I'm like, motherfucker, you brushed that shit this morning. Like there's like 3 hairs there.
You're talking about me, man. That's exactly
No, I'm
what
not.
it is. Whatever, man. I think we as Americans need to just learn how to age gracefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got to tell that to women because we're doing that a little better than they are. But I also think that no, you know what? Forget about it.
I think dudes are becoming more neurotic about it than
Yeah.
they've ever been.
Yeah.
It's like they're starting to put the same expectations of looks on men that they do on women. Like, oh, you supposed to be super in shape, full fucking head of hair, chiseled jawline, all that.
Yeah.
Shit. Like, it's tough to be a woman. I get it. But man, they're putting some pressure on fellas too.
Yeah. Do handsome men get like free shit?
Good-looking people get
Yeah.
treated
Right.
better.
But
No,
they're like,
no,
but when you're ridiculously man handsome, you kind of look. Sorry, just wait. You look effeminate when you're ridiculously handsome.
It's hard to take those guys seriously
Yeah.
unless they're successful actors.
And do they? And how are they treated on the day to day to everybody else? Do they?
You know that effeminate men
Yeah.
tend to do better with women on birth control because when women are on birth control, they're attracted to less masculine men.
And that's how I get them.
Right.
There
Man.
had to be some
You
reason.
do worse with chicks on birth control because you got a more square jawline.
Uh,
Like, this is science. It's fucking crazy.
Right. So that's why everybody I fuck wants to make a baby with me.
Yeah, because they're not on that shit.
Right.
Because they're naturally
Yeah.
into it. I don't know if Andrew wants to pull up the actual science to it, but like, yeah, this is proven.
Wait. So my chick used to be on birth control. Now she's not. So now she's
She's probably more attracted to you now than she was before. based.
There you go, from Scientific America.
I don't know the reason why, but they tend to be they were doing this shit.
Man, birth control fucks you up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is inside your mind.
Yeah, birth control.
That's like antidepressants for like as soon as you become a teenager for life.
Yeah.
Some people argue that like birth control like has done as much to change our society as like television and shit like that.
Oh, probably more.
You like having sex with people on their period, right?
Yeah.
Remember how I said I didn't?
Yeah.
I made the switch
When did you do that?
last night.
Oh.
Something has happened to me in the last
Brand new
week.
you.
Something has happened to me in the last week sexually.
Yeah.
I've made some adjustments in my private life, and now something else has come out of me. And now for that, I now get it. I get it. I didn't get it before. Now I get it.
If this is something you guys are gonna start with them riding you or you.
No, I just went off last night.
Did you
Off.
go doggy style?
Yeah, everywhere.
Fucking
Yeah.
spin art.
Loft.
Yeah.
You got that motherfucking.
I was kind of bummed out that I was like bummed out that it wasn't enough, and then she said today that it was heavier. So tonight I'm gonna, cause I got plans with it. I'm gonna I mean, she might be listening, so I don't want to say anything, but I got plans with that blood.
Yeah, bro.
So you better give it to me if you're listening, Katie.
You could hit that strawberry shortcake on them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm gonna strangle her with it.
With
Her own blood.
You're gonna
Yeah.
put it on your hands and then strangle her.
I got a leather mask on too. I don't know if that's
You
cheating,
guys
but.
are fucking wild as shit. Let's do like regular shit. Like,
I like to have sex like this.
See, it's funny. I wonder if I wait, what are you, Yoda?
that's my thing.
That is fucking Yoda, dude. That's Yoda with a Bane mask on.
I am Bane, you win.
Oh, Brent, blood on my face, you will. I was born into it.
You sound like a bootleg.
Oh man, you got
Women
Yodery.
on the pill are attracted to less masculine faces.
What's up with that?
Females unaffected were less likely to have. I can't read this shit right
It's a
now.
lesbian pill. That's what it is.
Women were attracted to less masculine male faces after going on the pill. Boom. That's why these little fucking bitch-made fuckboys keep getting all these hoes.
I can't stand those bitch-made fuckboys.
I can't stand them bitch-made fuckboys either. I mean, they can't help their fucking jawline.
Sure,
That's right.
Well, they can help a lot of things, though.
You know.
Yeah, they don't have to be a bitch boy.
They could start by acting like a man.
That's
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ah!
Man it up. Get your man on, bitch.
Yeah, the
So-
pill's huge. It's funny. Shit just comes along, and then we just get used to it, and it's like it was always there. But you think about the life of a woman. People always wanted to have sex, but they couldn't because it was life altering, dramatically life altering for many people. If you fucked around with that.
I've always wanted to have like extra powerful loads and make my cock go extra big so it like splits inside your stomach and comes out of your eyeballs and kills you.
That would be chicks would dig that.
With a giant, yeah, exploding cum dick.
There's probably some Japanese animated videos you would enjoy. Right? Can we?
Am I right, Will?
Can
He's
we,
not here,
can we
right?
get
Am
some
I right or am I right?
some chick splitting anime porn?
Yeah, that's what it's like, anime porn.
I'm gonna
That's
split a chick in half with this dick of mine.
Yeah.
Because it's very offensive what you just said. Nobody should ever say that out loud, and yet there's an entire thriving genre of that video, which is originated in Japan and was, or I'm assuming still is popular in Japan, but has gone worldwide thanks to the internet. So clearly, there's a lot of guys who relate to what you just said.
I think there's some chicks that like that shit too. You know what I mean? Just being taken over.
I don't think they want to be split in half when it really
I mean,
comes down to it.
I mean, I guess I have to say that I was.
One and a half.
I guess I have to say I was kidding because I'm on the radio, but yeah, I don't really. I mean, I like my ladies alive at all times, before and after. Just for the record.
My ladies alive, just so you know. Ladies.
Yeah,
That hentai shit.
it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Damn,
I
son.
feel like some of it's like
Bro.
really good drawings, so that's I don't really see the grossness in it anymore. I'm like, whoa, that's kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I'm
this
just
one,
in
he's
it for the
taking a
art.
razor blade to her
Oh,
fucking vagina,
see what I mean?
Hot.
I didn't even realize that's what was happening there.
They go, oh, they cut off her dick.
Oh.
Why you pick that one, man? Like, pick the one with the fucking with the octopus fucking her in every hole. Like, that's the hard body shit. That's that shit. Right
This
there.
might be. I think too much is made at times of Andrew's Googling skills, but this really might be a job for Kevin.
Yeah.
There's something more like it. You one in each. Damn, he got 2 tentacles in the pussy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Going hard, and then one in the mouth. Take that.
Yeah.
You're fucked, it says.
How's that book travel and Wilbury thing going? How almost done, or how many more months?
Man.
Hummingbirds and hyenas, everybody.
Fucking San Diego was the shit.
It was the shit. It was awesome.
Yeah, there's some Red Dragon motherfuckers
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Saw them. Shout out to the Red Dragons. They,
Yep.
Red Dragons be showing up. It was good.
You want a Red Dragon dinghy?
What's it
I got a
like?
boat in the green room. Red Dragon dinghies.
No, like
RDS skate supply.
I just like looking like I own a boat, but I don't like the idea of being on the water. I'm too white for that shit.
I went fishing in them the other day.
Wait,
Great
what?
boats.
That didn't make any sense at all.
I'm sunburned, bro. I'm too white.
Oh.
I went
Because
to
you're never too white to own a boat.
Yeah, but just to be on the boat.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
too
That's
white for
that's
it.
different.
Wait, black people are supposed to be on the boat?
They can't have them either.
Who's on the boat?
That's the irony. Is the guys who can buy the boats probably shouldn't be on the boats.
Yeah, there it is. I don't know, maybe Arabs. They might do well on that.
Dude, I
Greeks?
don't think they are. Are they?
The rich ones, sure.
The Italians.
Oh, yeah, they are boat people. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all the
okay.
Mediterranean people.
Sicilians and shit. They would. I think
Right.
the whole deal, like, yeah.
But isn't like all the
And-
coast
and
of
Asian.
California a bunch of white people boats?
Yes.
Okay.
Look, man, there's different levels of white. My skin is pink undertone white.
Put a fucking hat on you,
Oh,
man.
yeah, I'm gonna be that guy with the little fucking hat. The little
Dude,
sun
I don't know.
hat.
I don't know about you, but to me, a good like total all the way around fishing hat when I know that I'm out in the real sun terrain.
They're like, look at this fucking fag.
You know, okay. What about? You know what? That's what everybody's saying all day. Why do I have to go fishing to hear that? Every fucking photo I post, everything I've ever done in my
Be on
life.
the water, have them call you a fag. Out there enjoying the water. You know what my problem with boats is? I don't know where to go. I get anxious. Like I'm stuck on a fucking boat. Like I'm like, where do I go from here?
Well, what about if you're on a lake? Could you handle that? Because then you can burn around the lake and you can pull some people around, then you can chill.
Yeah, maybe speedboat.
Because you like to chill, you know?
I do like to chill.
Anchor. Drop an anchor, man. Drop anchor some chilly shit.
Like I made a whole
Chilly
I
shit.
got a whole mixtape series on cassettes that is called the Coke on a Boat mixtape series. where
Wait,
it's-
you made them?
Yeah.
Wait, you fucking have a mixtape where you rapped about boating?
No. Where you take songs that you like
Oh.
from your albums and then tape it.
Wait,
onto a
that
cassette.
you would enjoy while boating?
Yeah.
Even though you don't
While
fucking
doing-
boat?
While doing coke on a boat.
Coke on a boat. I don't even do coke either. I don't do neither one of them motherfucking things. I
What
like
kind of
the idea
sellout
of it.
album is that?
I like the idea of it.
Sweet sweater.
What's your number one coke on a boat, Jim?
What's the, Steely Dan always wins on Coke on the Boat. I like some Joe Walsh shit. You know what I mean? Fucking.
So it's
in the
kind of
city.
yacht rocky.
It's yacht rock, but like with a touch of country rock, classic rock, and then some R&B and jazz, like fucking George Benson breezing and some shit.
Man, you should make that channel. I'll do a show with you.
It's my favorite shit ever. Fucking. And then you go into some fucking other shit. It's hard.
That's real.
Yeah, I try to keep it real.
I believe you. I believe that. Yeah.
Anyway.
Can you play any instruments?
No. My whole family's musicians too. You know my grandfather's a jazz musician.
No.
Yeah, plays the fucking vibraphones. drums.
What's a vibraphone?
It's like the giant. It's like the metal. It's like a metal xylophone.
Oh, fucking, oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, fucking hard body, dude. And then
So traveling in the world, just riffing out.
Yeah, he used to play all the jazz clubs.
That's gangster.
And he taught fucking music to pay the bills.
And didn't teach you shit on
Everybody in
on
my
music.
family's got skills except for me.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah.
Cause look at you now. Catch him at
Still can't. Still.
somewhere signing
Oh yeah.
at.
Oh, I'll be in Miami. There he goes. Threw me the alley-oop. I was fucking. That shit bounced off my head and it went into the basket. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be in Miami at the Shoe Gallery.
That's
at
right.
3 p.m.
That's right.
Fucking slanging them books.
Yeah. Good for you, dude.
Yeah, bro, it's a fucking grind, but whatever.
You ever get into wars with people on social media?
I really try to avoid any type of conflict.
Good.
Are you in one right now or anything?
No, I just was thinking about a game for the Ellis Mania.
What would be the game?
People just get mad at each other on social media. Like somebody said something to me a while back, and I was just like, something about kicking my ass. I was like, go on then, come to the gym, do it. And I'll kick your old ass. I'm like, okay, so I'm little and I'm old. I'm okay. Well, it sounds like it's like a private person. I'm like,
Right.
well, I don't know how big you are, but come down. I'm fair and square. I'm okay with it. Like, let's do that. And he ain't gonna do that because he's not. That's not true. But what if somebody was to do it and it wasn't like like these pro fighters that go to some troll's house? It's like even.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's like Cool Beans did it with
Shit toboggan.
where Shit Toboggan was attacking Cool Beans over and over again until they actually had a fight. But it was still people, like where Ellis fam, there wasn't, nobody actually hated each other, as far as I know.
That's the thing, like Ellis fans, you guys are pretty united, man. Like, and I really appreciate that about y'all cats. And I think a lot of it has to do with you have a big Canadian following, and they're just a little more chill.
That's weird.
Just like, yeah.
No, but the Americans are pretty.
I know,
mellow
because
as well.
it's Ellis fam. Ellis fam, I can't tell. They're all. I feel like they become. It's sort of like when you become a part of a certain community, everybody understands it's not rules. It's just a certain way that everybody acts. So I can't tell which one's which anymore. It's everyone just acts like.
Juggalos.
No, what's a clinger?
Cleaner, like better hygiene.
Oh, okay. Cleaner for juggalos. Jesus. Look, I was talking to Betsy about it last night. I called her because she got ideas for games to have these guys come in, and I was thinking about it. That's why I called her. I was like, that's, I mean, they made us. They still make us. All the other stuff that works at all that isn't in here, that's Ellis fam. That's the hardcore people that listen.
So when is the next Ellis Mania?
I don't know, October or something? Jesus Christ, get off me.
Well, you brought it up.
No, I'm always thinking of fights because you can't just be like, oh, it's October, let's make up fucking 9 fights.
Yeah.
So if anybody's got a social media beef with somebody, hit us up. And if you guys want to meet each other, I'll make it happen.
You know, I do it with my IG live. Like when people talk shit, like I'll fucking click on there, like because you can real time.
Yes,
motherfucker.
I've heard that.
They don't never do it though, man.
What is that?
Because they're bitches. It's like they can't spell your, and then they're fucking bitches.
Nobody
like
can spell your.
I can't talk.
Haters,
Okay.
hating ass motherfuckers are especially bad at spelling your.
That's weird because I can't spell, but I'm not a hater.
But you probably don't be saying it to people either, so you don't expose yourself.
Oh,
You're not like you're a faggot and then Y-O-U-R.
I thought you're right. You're right. I haven't posted
Yeah,
that.
you don't do that. Like that's
No.
I get that fucking once a day. I get
Yeah.
like somebody saying that like I own a homosexual,
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
You're.
I
I
caught
see,
that
yeah.
too.
It's just like dog. And then I go click on them. Like let's talk about it. I'm not even trying to fucking argue. I just want to see where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
They don't never jump on that bitch.
It's an interesting thing to like follow somebody to. Somebody said something negative to me the other day, and they followed me, and I was just like, well, first of all, I almost wrote back, and I just didn't care enough. But like, you don't have to actually follow me to insult me on Twitter, right?
Right.
So why do you? And why are you even aware? Like, why are you aware that Jude Angelini is live on Instagram if you are convinced that he is a faggot and that is the worst thing a man could possibly be? Why would you be there? Like, there's like 7,000 TV channels you could watch instead.
I love listening to people that don't hate, trying to comprehend haters.
Yeah.
Because you can't. You can't. And all three of us have come so close. I know you're saying a lot of people won't talk to you, but at least you've had people on the phone. I've had conversations with people that do not like me or the show, and have had several opinions, and always have. And there's value in it sometimes. I know it's a tough road to go down, but some of them, I'll take their critiques into consideration, and when you do that, you're gonna have to take a lot of kicks in the dick. I just take it with the business,
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to fans that don't like the show or don't like me or what I'm doing on the show, that's the business.
When I hear people complain about, like when I hear celebrities complain about people being mean to them on the internet, I want to fucking smack them. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, this is what you signed up for.
Yeah, and I got kids and friends that aren't fucking famous. You don't have to be famous to get into a fight on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, if you've got 20 followers, for some weird reason, you can find people on that will tell you you're a faggot on your Instagram without doing shit.
Yeah.
That's just like you know what I mean? That it's like dudes taking shits, surfing, going fuck you. Oh, that guy, fuck you.
Yeah.
So if you're like, you got books, you got things to say, you got comments, you got shiny shit, man, you are annoying. I see a photo of you and I'm like, you have more, I don't, fuck you. It's like the instinct of the world instead of shut the fuck up and go get it. You know what I mean? Like you said a long time ago that like watching what I was doing when I started this show, you know, go get it. And then instead of you going, you were like, fuck man, Ellis got a game going here. I'm gonna do that instead of like other people, I don't know who, but would have said from right there, fuck that guy fucking wanking off with all this shit.
Right.
You just went down the wrong street. Like,
Yeah.
you took that instead of like, fuck him.
I was motivated.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When you see people, if the haters, I know that you're listening. When you see people out there you think that might be more successful, instead of saying, fuck you, you already blew it as far as I'm concerned. Fuck me, I'm a faggot. You should have put the phone down before you even saw a photo of me in my fancy sunglasses so you could go get your own shit. So that you can have an Instagram where other bitches tell you that you're a faggot. I should stop. Can I stop using that word? You're bringing it in here.
Why?
Cause I know it's like Shade 45 shit, but I don't want to do F-bombs over and over again.
Whatever.
Sure, I'm a homo, but it's like, come on.
I'm just saying what they call me, dude.
I know. No, I've noticed when I'm on your
Yeah, I'm just
shit.
saying what they call me, and to me, I think that makes it more powerful. Like you actually get to hear what the fucks I am being called. We're not sugarcoating it.
Yeah.
I'm getting called wiggers and fucking faggots all
Yeah.
the fucking time.
Yep.
Like
No, I get
no
it.
one's calling me an F-bomb. They're calling me a faggot.
Yep. Got it.
And you know what? It should hurt. Like you suck 7 dicks and suddenly you're a fucking faggot. It's not even cool.
See, if you suck 7 dicks, that's cool. I'm laughing if you say I suck 7 dicks.
Yeah. No, but like whatever. Yo, and here's the deal, man. It's like I've been listening to this one dude, Jordan Peterson, and it's just
What's he do?
He's like a philosopher.
You listen to philosophers?
Yeah, I put him on my YouTube and drive to it.
Ooh.
I feel like everything's gotten so politicized. I just like to listen to like college professors talk.
Oh, that's very smart.
And he was just like, "Clean your fucking room." It starts.
Wait,
with
did he
you.
tell you?
It's like, yo, dog, before you over here trying to fucking change the world, just clean your fucking room,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. Oh, cause that. Okay, well, you're going.
Tighten it up.
You're going to ground level here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had you know what helped me? Some self-help jerk-off guy. He wasn't all right, but he had some little like stupid things that everybody should have. You should all wake up knowing that today's going to be a great day. You should all do like a little bit of a routine where you get your shit ready before you take off on the day. And you're ready for bad things and good things. Like, instead of just accidentally stumbling out, that way you know what I mean? You get fucked with because you're not ready for it. So all that shit makes sense. I get that.
Yeah. So that's it. Like,
So what's his name again?
Jordan Peterson. I don't even know if you'll like him or not, but like.
I'm not going to listen to him. I'm just good. I already know I'm a champion, so it doesn't matter. But everyone else should read it. I mean, listen to him.
We'll check him out. Just check him out for a little. Click on one of his things. See if
Is it like a podcast thing? Can I just click on it and it play shit?
Nah, you gotta listen on YouTube.
Oh, I'm a YouTube guy. I can hang. I press things on YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
I pressed some stuff on YouTube this morning I sent to you guys, right?
You did.
See those?
He's got a Canadian accent, so he sounds like a little elf.
Uh,
Like a little elf
They all
who's telling
sound the
you what
same
do.
to me. What did it? Clean your room.
What?
Make sure your room is clean. Remember, 2 loonies and a toonie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did you see that in Riverside, this family had like 12 kids, like captive, and they,
What?
and they're like one of them's like 27 or some shit.
They had him captive.
Yeah, and they're
What do
like
you mean, they kidnapped him or
yeah,
they banked
chained to the wall and stuff.
It was their
Man,
kids.
Look at that dude's haircut.
Yeah, you would never expect he would be up to anything weird now.
And he locked the children up.
Yeah, all of them, and
Well,
they made him. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you know, the strange thing is that like they did leave the house, like they'd go to Disneyland, and there's photos of all them in Disneyland. And the kids always wore matching stuff. It's
Yeah.
not really clear exactly what their
Squad goals.
right, what the family's angle.
Hashtags. Squad goals.
Stop.
keep going. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's just not clear what their angle was exactly because they did like they renewed their vows. There's video of the couple renewing the vows, and the kids are in the videos, and they're like having a good time, and they look happy. But then apparently they're all like malnourished and.
They look like they're his football game's whack as fuck. He had 12 kids.
As old as 29, but they don't look like it because they were so malnourished that they stopped like.
Stop growing. I
Yeah.
thought they were just like.
No, did he made him like they made him like weird little baby people?
Man, that's weird. Dude.
Yeah, he fucked them.
Yo, those kids are done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he gonna
like,
hire a baby man.
Well, how
or a baby
how do
lady.
you bounce back like that? Like that, it's gonna take them like 10 years just to fucking be an adult, and there's gonna be that shadow of weirdness in them for fucking ever.
Yeah, I think that is safe to say.
They're not gonna go
Sadly.
into like get adoption shit, are they?
Well, it depends. Like the kids have already been split up. Not let me finish. Like obviously they'll see each other again, but they're caring for the adult ones in like a hospital, and they have the young ones in a place where you put like foster kids. Not that they've been placed in foster families,
Right.
but they're just in the foster system. You know, there's a TV comedy about this.
Jesus
This is not.
Christ.
This
Like
is
they're
not.
not
funny.
out of it, dude.
No,
Like
of
they're
course
gonna go
not.
into
When did this
foster
happen?
care. It's gonna be even worse.
Is this recent?
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Today.
Why?
Yep,
why
fair
is
enough.
John so bad at the news?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
this is
no.
today.
It's today.
This didn't.
Have you guys
Wait, Andrew.
He,
When I sent it to you, were you gonna bring it up?
he didn't even pitch it to me. You know what I'm just gonna have John do? Just come steal news.
You know what you should do?
You guys are hour.
You know what you should do?
What's that?
Get it yourself. That's what I do.
I mean,
Just in case. Why would you not do it yourself? Why do you gotta blame him all the time?
if I come across a news story, I'll come across it. But like, what do you do? What do you do? You scan the news every day?
I check for shit that
That's cool. I check on my Instagram.
I try to check for shit that I think none of you were checking for.
I just have.
Because I figure all the basic.
Just steal news.
You should go
Well,
for
what
it.
you could do, I mean, when I just have a couple of like news aggregators that I find more often than not, I find some decent stuff from, and I go through 5 or 6 of those every morning, and that generally covers me. And then people will tweet shit at you or Instagram shit at you, or you just come across stuff weird ways. But that's how you do it.
Why are they covering the face of the older children? I thought that was just the. Oh, is that the same? That's them.
Oh wow! So there's the because it was on their Facebook, so it is not impossible to find the photo not blurred out. It was the media outlets that blurred the photos.
Damn, son, they all look like they're fucking 12.
Yeah, the
Yo,
guys are looking. That guy that's got a thumbs up next to Elvis, is he blind?
They all got the. It looks like he's he's got that blind.
Right.
Just looking off into the distance.
I mean, and then his older brother is just like, holy shit.
And the dad has the fucking 8 is enough mushroom haircut, like a penis. Like
Yeah.
looks like the head of.
I can't believe the authorities didn't arrest him on his head.
Just yo, bro, like.
It's an offense. That's an arrestable
You
head.
see a motherfucker with that haircut, you gonna follow him home just to make sure just to make sure
They said child services
kosher.
had never been contacted about them. This was the first time that they were on the radar of child services. The family had sold a house or two and moved before, and they said the last house was left in like creepily shitty conditions, but I don't think anybody connected those dots. The way that they found out is because one of the kids escaped. Yeah.
I was gonna say. What?
God, it's when the moto should have. Paris is so empty. Like, I used to go ride a motocross track there all the time.
That's probably where
People don't
where
follow.
you want to go. You just go somewhere off in the distance.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they were homeschooled then, and
Yeah.
Dad had a job, made decent money. The mom stayed at home.
I bet you that place smelled.
It did.
Shit.
It did. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Chains.
There's a TV show about
They were
it.
chained?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what is it? Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and Single Ball. What the fuck? I can't. I watch
that's
it.
the one,
Yeah, that's about a chick who was kept in a bunker in a weird cult abduction thing, and then she's got to reacclimate into the world. It's a comedy, obviously, but yeah, you don't just fucking flip a switch and reacclimate to society.
I don't know if that hospital is gonna be good for these 29-year-olds.
Well, they're just like sick for now. They're malnourished. They need to be treated. I don't think that's their ultimate destination by a long shot.
Soylent.
Bill Gates should give them like a farm to live on together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man,
With
like, maybe it's
free range
just-
cows
yeah.
and shit.
Give them a couple acres.
Yeah.
Tell them to go figure it out.
Yeah.
Their own little huts.
Yeah, bush baby, you know what I mean, freedom kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
have like a nanny there that like shows them how to like not burn their hands on the stove and shit.
Introduce some like other fucking some people that aren't related to them.
Teach them how to
down the road.
Yeah,
'cause I
yeah.
have a
Oh
feeling
yeah.
it's gonna be incestuous
Oh yeah.
quickly.
Good point. You don't want to fuck each other.
Yeah, I'm like not even trying to be a dick here.
No,
but,
I got that.
Yeah.
I mean, but who do you want to bring in there to be? You know, I mean, this is a road I don't want to go down.
I don't know either. I'm just saying. Hey, I wrote a book. It's called Hummingbird. If you haven't bought it, you should. And I'll be in Miami.
If you haven't bought it, you're a faggot.
Yeah, you're a fucking bitch-made fuck boy.
That's better.
Little motherfucker.
You know about this dunk guy? Before you leave,
Show me Jordan.
because you're a
Jordan
white guy that does black stuff.
Whatever. my credit's
Do you
fine.
know who this is?
He looks like a real fucking.
So you don't know who this is?
Got the fucking not my president hair, dude.
I mean, Andrew, you
Dude,
played
hey.
basketball against women, but you can play basketball. Is this guy not one of the more exciting dunkers since, what's his name? Right.
Yo.
I know.
Why
Yeah.
is he-
No, he's a oh no, he's a fucking
He looks like
fucking
He's dunking his
idiot.
jeans.
Yeah, he's a moron. But dude, he's doing shit where when I first saw it, I'm like, are they lowering the rim so that people could do more tricks?
So he's dressed like a leprechaun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Dunk King show on TNT.
It's pretty crazy.
Alright, I gotta go.
I mean, he dunked behind his head.
Nobody should ever dab, absolutely,
And
and,
he's
he's,
that-
and he continues to do it.
Yeah.
But actually,
Blue hair with
his dunk action
Jude.
did leave him in about as natural a dab precursor position as will ever happen.
Yeah, but there was
But
no need to do 17 dabs after it.
Absolutely.
But that is sick. Because his head's as high as the rim. And he dunks it with his arm behind him. And he's dressed as
He's a leprechaun.
a leprechaun, yeah. But look at all the... that one's not... he doesn't make it, so it's not worth watching.
Yeah, but everybody's still doing the I gotta run around and grab people because I can't believe what my eyes just saw thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one of those.
A video where everybody ran around just like hitting each
No,
other and running in circles.
No, I had a skateboard trick that I just knew I couldn't make, and if I tried it, people would freak out.
Oh, I see what he's trying to do there. Yeah, I'm still probably not watching the dunking.
No, you just need to see this one section that I showed you where he did those two dunks, and then you can move on with your life. But
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy to know that, what Carter is it? Chris Carter?
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter. Vince
Vinsanity.
Carter, yeah. The dunk that I saw because I was still into the NBA when he was in the dunk contest.
He was the tail end of that era.
Yeah, and he was like the last guy. It was like, Muggsy and all these people that did really cool shit, like new things. And then he was the last guy. He put his arm all the way in. And then he did a weird, like, 360 dunk from outside, from behind the ring. He did, like, 3 or 4 fucking devastators. And then nobody ever really... I think Jason Richardson won after that, but that was it. No one really does anything cool. And this dude's got... I don't know, like, I guess he's had 15 years since that dunk contest to fucking make a new one. But he had, like, 3 or 4 ones where I'm like, I never seen anyone do that. He does that? How many people can do the 720 dunk?
That's so weird that guys can do it that can't be in the NBA, but NBA guys can't. Because theoretically, the NBA guys are the most athletic, best leaping guys. Hence, they're being in the National Basketball Association.
Maybe it's just stupid and they don't want to do it.
I don't know. I caught the dunk contest 2 years ago, and I was pleasantly surprised. I had a lot of fun with that because I've been led to believe that thing has just been a wasteland for 15 years, and I was on a small amount of drugs, which didn't hurt. But I was thrilled. I was absolutely titillated and thrilled. Yeah, way better than the All-Star game.
Oh dang, he really did do a 720 dunk.
Is that in game?
Looks.
Oh, okay. So not really.
How dare you,
It's like
Michael?
doing
That's
it in a Globetrotters game.
yeah. I know there was nobody in his way, but still.
Yeah. You would have gotten fired from the N1 league if you had tried to defend a guy going for a 720. Without a doubt.
Man, he really does do that though. Like, I'm like, it's gonna be some shit version of it, but it's really not. He's spinning around in the air like a fucking idiot. See, I blame skateboarding for this. This is unnecessary. Yeah, where's your style? Where's your swagger? You're just spinning.
Yeah.
Spinning to win. That's what they call it.
Yeah, I agree.
But
yeah, Vince had the finesse on there too.
yeah, because well, dude,
still playing.
I know, right? That's
Yeah.
because when you can jump like that 15 years ago,
Yep.
even your shit old man jump is level with every. Dude, I hate this kid. He won't stop dabbing.
Jordan Kilgannon.
Yeah.
Oh God.
There's only one way to dab.
Is your kid dab?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both.
I'm
do.
sure my guy will.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I wonder what
disgusting.
shit trends my dude will embrace.
Yeah, they're fucking losers. They're so uncool. Like I could, if I wanted to, I could just say, "Hey, what's your opinion on this and that?" and film it, and just wait like 6 months, and then go, "Hey, check this out,
Remember
you fucking
remember
idiot."
when you sucked?
Yeah.
Guess what? You still suck. You want to make another video?
Same time next month, fucking.
You want to do this every 6 months for the next 10
You
years?
fucking
Shithead.
You fucking loser. Is it, have I not proven how fucking stupid your opinions are? That's pretty funny. No, you know what? I feel like it's been pretty regular, and then 12 is like I feel like she's figuring out what is cool and what isn't. So
Yeah. 12's a big. I remember 12 being a really, really big age.
yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's all happening.
Yeah. I can draw a real line in more than a couple ways between me now and me as like a 7-year-old.
Mm.
But I understand 12-year-old me completely.
Right.
I was playing sports. I got hurt. I had some downtime. I saw a Motley Crue video, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a guitar. Like, I understand that guy completely.
Right.
Made sense. I backed that guy. 8-year-old me, piece of shit.
Why were you a piece of shit when you were 8?
I mean, I just had really bad ideas about like what was the coolest shirt I could get. Whereas there's a couple shirts I wanted when I was 12 that I would buy now if I saw them in a thrift shop, like a Motley Crue T-shirt or something.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
they were kind of cool, kind of.
Man.
Before that, the coolest shirt that I had when I was a kid was a sleeveless Union Jack.
What's
The British flag.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's pretty fucking.
I had like a kind of grown out buzz cut, and I was wearing that, and I just saw the photo the other day because my family. I've said this before, but we were all so impressed with ourselves for growing in our backyard the biggest cucumber any of us had ever seen, having no idea that we had grown a zucchini. There's a picture of me holding it. The reason being, we're like, we need to record this fucking cucumber.
Wait, zucchinis can go way bigger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They look pretty similar though, right?
They do look very similar.
They're like Dickie Green things.
Yeah, they are. But we had planted it in the ground. This wasn't a wild zucchini. It was a simpler time.
Thank you, Andrew, for showing me photos. See, because I mean, really, that is what the fuck. That's an easy mistake, Tully. The Tully family.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What am I, fucking
We-
focusing on fucking cucumbers and zucchinis
we
in
get-
my life?
we all-
If it's a fly-by fucking vegetable.
We all get a little better every generation. I don't believe that my current iteration of family, myself and my son, will make the same mistake and take the same ridiculous photo.
Man, I've always said I would grow vegetables when I'm older, but I don't think I will. I don't know.
It's a lot of there's actually a lot of waste involved. You put a lot of time into it, and then shit grows, and then you realize that actually I don't really use sage, and so what am I going to use for?
What the fuck? Yeah, but
and then you forget. Well, because everybody like mentions like, oh, okay, we got a little outside space here. I'm going to grow a little herb garden.
oh, okay.
And then shit gets too much
that's...
too much sun, and then it burns, and you can't use it, and it's a lot of time and energy to save yourself like approximately $3 at Ralph's.
Yeah, no, to me it would be more like I'd be like, look, I know I eat carrots, I know I eat tomatoes, I know, you know what I mean. So that would be the things that I eat, and I would just keep growing them so that I could eat it all the time.
Yeah, you need a lot for that, because I've also done that too,
I
where
wonder.
you make the dinner and you're like, look at this now to the bag of carrots that we bought at Ralph's like we do every week. I will add the three carrots that we grew in our garden.
All right.
And everybody takes
So you
like
need
one
to have
bite
a
of
pretty
it.
big garden then.
I think so, yeah.
But I
remember
mean,
one
if you
time-
were self-sufficient, like what's his fucking cat scratch fever?
Nugent.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you're
it
like,
could be done. It could definitely be. I'm sure there are people listening. Who do a lot of that. I just don't think many of them live in like major urban centers. I remember one time, if you don't give a fuck, you can do a lot. One time I went to go look to rent an apartment, and it was like a little complex, so there were multiple units in it, and a family, probably like a Vietnamese family, owned it, and the grandma was fucking, that like the front yard. And even the little patch of grass that's right up against the street, Grandma was growing corn.
Yeah, I would definitely grow corn.
But think about in your front yard, you're talking about shit. It was taller than her.
Right.
The whole yard was a miniature cornfield.
That's
And
going too far, but it's smart.
And that
kind of.
family was probably super embarrassed, but I bet they were way more self-sufficient when it came to food than almost anybody in Los Angeles could ever possibly be. That is the benefit of having a corn farmer for a grandma.
Did you see the comet that almost exploded us?
I did not actually see. No, is there actual video of
True story. We almost died this morning, everybody.
earthquake causing
That was a close one. Thank you, Atmos.
meteor?
Yeah, sorry, Meteor. Meteor, ladies and gentlemen, came down and was like, wow! And the Atmos handled that bitch. But if it didn't handle that bitch, because it was an earthquake of like 0.2 and didn't even hit the ground, yo.
Yeah.
That's my statistics from, listening to the news, doing some research. It's pretty crazy, right? Earthquake.
So what about the meteor that killed the dinosaurs? That one just
That one hit the ground, yo.
That one.
I'm
was
pretty sure
so
that was
big.
so big that the Atmos couldn't get it to make it go away enough.
It probably ate up a whole bunch of it, but
Right.
not the whole thing.
I think that's how it works, Michael. Big ones come, and Atmos is like, fuck, I can't handle it. You guys are going to have to take this one on the chin.
Now, did our scientific community know that this was coming?
Yeah, good point. What's up, weather fucks? Wait, Sam Tripoli has an opinion on this? What am I looking at?
So, anonymous source post about keeping an eye on Eastern Michigan on 4chan. That's like that's a Reddit page, right? That all sorts of weird and sometimes evil things on the internet come from. Oh, okay.
Like more full of shit, you mean?
Yeah, well, darker. Yeah. Was 4chan the ones that did the fappening? And I think that was the lighter side of 4chan. Yeah. All the nude photos of all those actresses.
Okay, so what are we...
On the 14th, an earthquake-causing meteor... Wait, what are we reading here? Oh, wow. Watch the news in Eastern Michigan tomorrow. If anyone asks, you never saw this post. I'm doing this for you, says Anonymous. Sam has a couple times mentioned to me about big events happening, and that there's, in the darker, more conspiracy-minded and edges of the internet, people sort of predicting them happening a couple days beforehand.
Sam is... I've only just started to read into Sam a little bit, and he is out of his space cadet fucking mind. But when you go down these roads and it starts to open up another part of your mind, and you start to think of the what ifs, and you go down the what if road to the point where you can pretty much believe anything if you want to, and that's entirely up to you. What is this fucking photo of? Wait. Yeah. Yeah.
Says who?
Sam. Oh.
So, okay, so I just see that there is like a Independence Day beam shooting at Earth and a massive Star Wars explosion at the bottom. So I'm assuming something gigantic must have blown up, right? So what thing blew up? Where was the point of impact with this thing? Because that's huge. I mean, that looks, bare fucking minimum. Somebody's house is exploding. It looks more like...
Looks way more
right?
bigger than a house.
Yeah.
It looks fucking city.
Okay, so what blew up? What did it get?
It's not true.
And there is no answer to that. Oh, I see. Well, I say the same thing now that I said when Sam was here and when Jesse Ventura was here. I believe 20-30% of what you're saying is at least half true.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no possible way of anybody figuring out which it is.
Yeah. Is there a lot of videos or photos of flying saucers going into the ocean?
I don't know.
Because I had a theory with Katie on Ellis where I really went deep into what I thought would be possible with aliens, and Katie's always had this thing where the ocean we've only discovered 15% of the ocean. Like there's that much more that we haven't.
I don't know what you mean exactly by like explored.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very small number. Yeah.
So that means there's a lot of stuff that could be hidden. Maybe spaceship. Because I'm like, if you came down here and you just look like there's videos like, oh, there's a spaceship. I'm like, so you came down here and you fucking hovered and then you left. What the fuck? Where'd you go? So what if they just like could go underwater and have a place down there wherever it is where nobody goes? And then I thought, octopuses, man. I seen octopuses walking on the bottom of the ocean carrying stuff. And then I thought, we walk around, because I'm like, an octopus couldn't operate anything, couldn't make stuff. And I'm like, well, what about if you're in where they live in a different atmosphere and they breathe off different shit. So maybe when they're in the ocean, deep down there, it's not that big of a deal to them. Like, we live off oxygen. Are you guys laughing at how stupid I am? Oh, there isn't any? Because my theory was, because someone told me that there was tons of photos of spaceships over the ocean, going in and going out. There's like a big thing there where people have seen that.
Well, that's where the Millennium Falcon crashed.
Right. Well, that's different. But,
yeah, that's just a still from the movie Arrival.
Are you looking as well, Kevin? Aren't you a spaceship alien, man? No? Alright. Well, look, Andrew's just finding like full-on drawings of fake spaceships, so.
I think that's probably a still from a Star Trek movie. You would need NASA and the other space agencies to be complicit, because there's nobody could. It wouldn't be that hard for an alien to sneak around the boats and find a part of the ocean to sneak into the ocean. I agree with you on that. I do believe that the space agencies would catch it going into the entering the atmosphere. But if they're in on it, and if they've known that the aliens are here all along, well, then that wouldn't be difficult.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, why don't they check all the ocean? Like, it's a weird thing to be out in space and not... I know it's not as exciting or whatever, but, I mean, if you haven't seen... If you've only covered 15% of the ocean's floor, then why not check that out just for... I mean, it's our planet. Maybe there's some shit there. Maybe there's some unobtainium, and then we'll live forever off that. A lot of energy from unobtainium, as you know.
If you can get your hands on it.
Right, that's the tough thing about it. But you're not going to find it if you don't go down and deep into the sea. So anyway, my theory was that octopuses, like monkeys, are... it's funny that my son and I are having discussions about... He's like, where do people come from? And I'm like, from monkeys. And he's like, well, where do monkeys come from? I'm like, life is just created from, like, oxygen and water and stuff, dude. Like, something just crawled out of the water. He's like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, is it? What's your theory? Like, what's a better theory than that? Just pop, you just exist? Like, that's something that happened.
Yeah.
And then I thought, what about, we're descended from monkeys. What about if aliens are descended from octopuses? Because octopuses are very smart, like monkeys. And what if they just fly around in spaceships and they're like, but they're big giant octopuses? Because obviously we're bigger, maybe not so big, but they're weird. Like we like monkeys, them like octopuses.
I understand. I think what you have is a pretty good premise for, if it was like an Arrival type movie, a somewhat serious UFO type movie, and you need to explain what the fuck they are and where the fuck they came from. I think that works for a movie.
Right. Okay,
good. It's at least that solid.
That'll do then. That's it. The Woodsman 2.
Yeah, my kid was even asking me the other day. And
That's the story.
He just turned 6, and he was just like, wait a second. If everybody has a mom and dad, then somebody has to be the first person, and where the fuck did they come from? And I'm like, yeah, dude. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, right.
Search. Great question. No answer, but keep thinking like that.
Yep.
That's the way you want to be.
Maybe he'll figure it out for us.
He's trying to figure out where space came from, and I'm like, yeah, dude, this is where I'm supposed to tell you about God. Sorry, you got the wrong dad.
Oh man, it's That is what happened, huh?
Yep.
Oh well.
Well, do you want to keep talking about news, or what are we doing here? John Jones passed the polygraph test.
So what?
So what do you mean, so what?
Can anybody do that?
Can anybody do that?
Police say it's easy.
Well, police, they
don't
say
know.
with practice, right.
Right. Well, he's had some time. I don't know. Maybe he didn't do it.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
It is
what does
compelling.
that... Okay, so if it's compelling, what does that mean to USADA? Are they compelled?
I don't know what you make of that. Okay, put it this way. If I was somebody who, and maybe I'm gullible and maybe I'm soft-headed, and probably both of those things are true, but if I was somebody who was in charge of figuring out what punishment John Jones receives, and I heard he passed a polygraph test, I would be curious to know that. I think that would shade the way that I went about my job, knowing that.
Okay.
So his CSAC hearing is currently scheduled to take place next month. Yeah, what? Because he still hasn't been... It's been a long time to be provisionally suspended, right? Why does this hearing take so long? I mean, you're talking about a guy who's... Let's just assume for the sake... He is still innocent of this because he's only provisionally guilty. So this guy's prime is wasting away. What at the fuck? Why does it take so long to have a hearing? What do they need to do to get ready?
Man, you realize if this dude is like proven that he didn't do it and then he's back in, I actually kind of feel sorry for Daniel Cormier more.
No matter what,
if he comes back in right
he
now.
is such a fucking victim in all of this.
Right?
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing. So he could be back then. This is the beginning of like saying that he could be back. This is what this is.
If John Jones is reinstated, as a casual fan of the UFC, I demand that John Jones and Daniel Cormier live inside the UFC headquarters and wear 24/7 body cameras for the 6 months leading up to their fight.
I mean, what about when they take shits and fuck?
Body cams.
Okay, you can't do that.
Why not?
Because I don't...
Well, guys can watch you pee in the cup. There's no way you get to shit. There's no way you get to shit privately. Fucking? I'm sorry. No, I can't have a loophole.
I don't know if that's fair.
Well, that's the only way this fight is going to happen, and that's the only way people
can't they
will
just
ever know.
I mean, he got caught. You know, it's like they can, if he goes and they catches him again. I don't know, dude. Like if he didn't see, this is very confusing. So, somebody knew that he was doing it.
Okay, so the UFC's Jeff Nowitzki said on the 4th of January that John Jones's failed drug test indicated unintentional use. So let's not forget about that angle. John Jones might well be able to pass a polygraph because John Jones has no idea that he broke the rules.
Right.
That's in the realm of possibility.
Okay. This doesn't mean...
Twice.
So that means he's camp might cheat, is what they're saying.
Right? But that is the dumbest thing you could possibly do if you are going to cheat with an athlete, unless you have complete control over their diet, because it's not enough. You got to do the right amount at the right time, and then you got to put in the masking agents. Like, you don't just give him fucking Popeye spinach 2 weeks out, because then you know he's getting popped.
Yeah.
That's dumber than just letting him go in there.
I mean, dude, he didn't do... He tested positive, so the loss is gone no matter what. So if he does come back, he has to get another shot, and I guess he wants that shot, right? Like, Daniel Cormier wants that fight, right?
Daniel Cormier wants to fight him once and for all, knowing absolutely, positively that there are no drugs involved, and the only way that they can do that is if they both live at UFC headquarters wearing body cameras for 6 straight months.
What about... Dude, body camera may be chill, but living at UFC headquarters, yeah? Because, I mean, you're living at UFC headquarters. Where the fuck did you get the steroids from? You have to bring it in there. So obviously they would check all your shit when you come in, and then everybody gives whatever you're digesting is in there. So then that works. Then we don't need a body camera for them to take a poop.
And then what about when your trainer comes to visit you? Are you going to strip search him every single time?
Yeah. No, he's not allowed to come in with any fucking like powders or anything on him. He comes in with, they check him for his pads, his bags, that's it. He doesn't come in with water or any of that stuff. The UFC gym has the water.
Yeah. And
the supplements.
So
they could do that.
I want extreme measures taken. And you know what? It'll only build up
the
the
body
hype for the
camera's
fight.
pretty mega though. Yeah, but okay, they have to do interviews every day, but body camera.
You can easily, what do you mean interviews?
Like they have to be on camera. They they have or maybe talk to each other. Oh, that'd be a terrible idea.
No, you're gonna have to really create an elaborate schedule so that they don't run into each other. But that's not impossible. Guys,
we've been there. It's not that big.
It's big enough
for them not to bump in each other, and they both live in there.
If you coordinate it and you make that the deal, and by the way, sweet reality show.
It's better than The Ultimate Fighter.
It will be. It will be.
They should do that.
It'd be the weirdest. What do they call them? 24/7s?
Oh, right. And look, you want to be creative. You want to be new. You want to start new stuff. Like that is a great format. I mean, and The Ultimate Fighter is I believe that ratings have only gone down. Right? It's not a great.
No. Yeah. Right. Yeah. John Jones is going through wicked withdrawals from cocaine. Daniel Cormier is crying because he misses his family. It's his drama.
Wait. Man, him in a consoling room just crying about how he can't wait to do cocaine. Man, it's kind of make me want. I'd kind of be like, okay, my money's. I kind of want him to win now. Somebody who just wants to get that belt and then get back into the cocaine scene immediately.
Right.
Like Nate Diaz smoking the CBD pen in the interview, like John Jones doing some sort of coke pen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so frustrating. In my mind, I don't really even care. There's so many other people I'm interested in and so many other fights that I want to see that I can't even say personally that I like. Conor missing from the UFC does feel like a missing piece of the puzzle. I'm just used to John Jones not being there now.
Yep. But I also feel like he's so young that him, everybody talking about whether he did or he didn't, like how it's all over for him. I think about all the old guys that are still fighting. I mean, and they're not, and they're still fighting, and they were losing when they were, still in their prime. This guy hasn't lost. You think in 2 years from now, he's gonna be a steaming pile of shit? I mean, if he's still going to Jackson Wink, and he shows up and he looks like him every day and trains with everybody else there, in 2 years from now, the world has still not caught up. Mm-hmm. I don't think so, anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I want to see him fight, what's his name? The giant.
You want the Ngannou fight?
I want Ngannou John Jones. That's a fight.
So
I think John Jones beats him.
Tony Ferguson and Khabib. I don't have a read on Ngannou yet. So Tony Ferguson and Khabib are going to be fighting in Brooklyn at UFC 223. When is that?
Yeah.
Is that like a April? Yeah.
Wait, I thought Johanna was fighting Felice Herrig. Oh wait, sorry.
Yeah.
Felice Herrig gets the other girl. Sorry.
Yeah, she's got to have a mandatory rematch for sure. I get that. But then, the Ngannou's just this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I know.
Well, I'm not looking past that.
There's no point in anybody looking past that. That's the biggest fight ever.
It's fun because I don't.
I mean, and Daniel Cormier is on that card as well with that dude who. I don't know, man. You never know until Daniel gets a hold of him. But.
Oh wow! So Daniel is defending the belt. Oh wow.
Yep, 2 straps.
I did not realize that he was.
And of course, the guy from Switzerland that keeps pointing to asking the crowd what time it is. He is desperate.
Is it like hammer time?
I don't know what it means, but he's constantly pointing to his wrist. It's like his trademark. It's like, hey, Sweden time! I am on Sweden time! Yeah. I don't know.
Good gimmick beats no gimmick, but no gimmick beats bad gimmick.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, he should...
Huge time.
He should just pull out a Swiss Army knife and, like, You know what I mean? Cut up his t-shirt with the scissors or something.
Yeah, he should be the chocolate man. And
Oh,
throwing-
sorry.
Throwing away nuggets of chocolate.
Michael, his Vulcan no time over. It's no time.
Yeah.
So he's pointing at his wrist.
Time's up.
He's pointing at his wrist, saying, "Does anybody have a watch?"
He doesn't. He's the guy who doesn't know what time it is.
Immediately, this guy thirsts for a watch. I think he's kind of into like, you know what I mean? A lot of successful MMA guys get a Rolex, Michael, and he doesn't have a Rolex.
No, he's still operating with a Swatch.
Right, and every time he knocks somebody out, he's like, I'm dealing with a Swatch over here, and I'm seeing a lot of people with Rollies. What's going on? So I understand that.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, hopefully he gets a Rollie after this.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, if he gets the belt, Jesus. That's the other thing. How Daniel Cormier is like fucking 38 years old. How long is he supposed to hold on to that belt waiting for Cokehead?
I'm sorry, what did you call him?
Cokehead. Sorry, it didn't come out clean.
Coconut Cokehead.
I was going to call him Cokie the Head. That's what we always used to call Cokeheads.
Cokie the Head. Yeah, maybe he'll get out, and we'll never know. Maybe
we'll never know. Wait, how old is Daniel? I missed it. We will never know, because if John comes back in another year and a half, then Cormier's 40.
You think he'll be out? Oh,
well,
but if he wins, it won't count.
Well, then, exactly. Cormier cannot lose in that case, because if he wins, it's amazing, and John Jones was on drugs. Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. Yeah, I see. Which, frankly, he maybe kind of deserves, unless John Jones has been telling the truth that he has never intentionally taken steroids. Yes to the blow. Yes to the weed. Yes to the dick pills. Never to performance-enhancing drugs, and John Jones is a huge victim.
But twice he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs.
Right, but if it's true that he never actually intended to take them, because at the first time it was the dick pill, the tainted dick pill, and this second time he really does have no idea, which is the evidence for that is he passed the polygraph test.
Well, I say bring him back in. And I'm purely speaking from, like, I want to watch him fight on TV.
Of course, and that's all anybody should really care about.
Yep.
Well, the safety of the fighters as well. I care
when you think about, right, well, yeah. When you think about all the bad things, all the bad men on the planet right now, I mean, John Jones. So he did a little steroids. And he kicked Daniel in the face. You know, Daniel's fine. I don't even know if he's fine. He seems to slip a little bit when he's announcing these days. I'm not sure if John Jones maybe punched him stupid.
I hope that's not the case.
Right?
Yeah.
He's announcing and flipping. Man, Bellator coming in hot with announcers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like fucking 5 dudes. Just bam, bam, bam. We hired... Which tells me I've got a good feeling about this. They're going to lose that weird guy. I tell you about his favorite parts of the sun. They got, like Jay Glazer, and they got Big John McCarthy, and somebody else. I don't know. I forgot. They got to lose that.
Morrow.
Oh, and they got Mike Goldberg. That's right.
That's right. Although they lost, what's his face?
Sean.
The Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy. Yeah. So exciting times for mixed martial arts. Watching Jay Glazer
in the Bellator announcing booth.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Bellator actually.
Are you? That's fun. I'm not going to be around. I would consider going to that as well.
Watch the heavyweight clash.
Yeah, that's a good little gimmick they got.
Rampage is looking good though. I've seen photos of him. He's looking as felt as I've seen Rampage in 10 years.
What is the ultimate prize for winning this?
Is that a word?
Yeah, it is.
Oh wow! Wait, and there's and Lima and fucking McDonald. Oof. Okay, it's gonna be some serious shit.
What is the prize for winning this heavyweight tournament? Because I feel like they need to put something real serious up there.
$1 million.
Is it?
No, it's like a belt.
I don't think everybody. What is it? Is it sacrilegious for me to say that I don't believe everybody who's a big name, older name, in Bellator actually gives that much of a shit whether or not they win their fights?
I know, right?
It is like professional wrestling. It just seems like there's some guys, I'm not going to name any names, it's not too hard to guess who I might be referring to, who are just like, oh, you'll pay me that much to show up and do some promotion? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll try to win. I'm not throwing the fight, but am I going to be in the best shape of my life? Fuck no. I'm essentially retired.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also knowing that if you lose, you're not going to be fired. Because I feel like the UFC always put that over everybody that fights. You're like, you can't lose too badly, you'll be fired.
Yeah. Like, I think Tito really wanted to win, and that's why I'll use his name. But they were just gonna keep rolling Tito out there.
Yeah, and Tito will not stop rolling out there too.
Right. So this.
Wait, he retired though, right? Did he
Yes.
actually? He's committed to it, yeah.
I believe he's retired.
Good for him.
Yeah, and he went out with a win. But this whole heavyweight tournament thing would be more compelling to me if I felt like every guy in it actually, truly, desperately was hell bent on winning it, and I feel like half of them aren't.
What's the lineup? Because I'd like to see the lineup and then say who I think actually is truly trying to win. give me the photos of it.
Show me the 8.
Yeah. Yeah, we're aware of their bullshit scam on why they're doing it, but
it's got to be $1 million. Like the winner has to get $1 million, like clean.
Right.
At the end of it, so that I know that they all, because I think $1 million.
Right, and second place gets like $100 grand.
Because I think right. I think $1 million.
Okay.
Clean, like tax free.
Yeah.
Changes life for any one of these people.
Okay, so let's go to the right side first. I'll tell you right now, my good friend King Mo Lawal doesn't give a fuck about anything except money.
Right.
He is a money weight, as stated, and he's up against the masturbator, who I think actually wants to masturbate this fake belt into being a real belt. He wants to pretend.
Ryan Bader actually wants to be the heavyweight champion of Bellator. Agreed. Yeah. There's one.
Right, and then we go over to the other thing, which would be Matt Mitrione, who I don't think he cares that much. I think he's solidified with Bellator as an announcer, and I think that Scott Coker fucking blows him backstage, and he's got some sort of other thing locked in there, and he's like, look, like you just said, I'm not going in there to lose, but you know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? Honestly, I hate to say that about Mitrione. And I hate to say it about Big Country, but I don't think Big Country gives a flying fuck.
Well, here, the pretty much the easiest way to settle this, other than things you might personally know, like you know Mo well enough, does it substantially change their legacy to win this thing? If Matt Mitrione emerges from this as the champion, I really believe that is maybe the highlight of his MMA career. If not, it's way the fuck up there, and that's why I think Matt Mitrione sincerely would like to win, and same thing for Bader.
Oh, yeah. No, you know what? When you look at Bader, though, Michael, I think Bader looks at it as he has to win. Because I think the MMA community would be like, wow, you lost that tournament?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I think money's on him.
Okay, right. And then I think the entire left side, this doesn't do anything to their legacy. Well, I don't know who that guy is down on the bottom.
Frank Mir?
He looks like Malcolm Gladwell.
It's a bad photo, but that's Frank Mir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, the entire left side.
Which is a great. Well, okay. See, I disagree.
All right.
I don't think that they're okay. Frank Mir. I don't think Frank Mir gives a shit about being the champion. He already was the UFC heavyweight champion. Yeah. But as a spectator, do I want to watch Frank Mir and Fedor fight? Fuck yeah, I do. Because that's actually
different. I'll watch these
Fedor's actually faded enough where him and Frank. I don't know who's going to win that. I really don't. And I think. You know, I would say that Rampage just doesn't give a shit and he goes to clubs and all that, except for the fact that I just know that I've seen him so fat lately, and the photos I saw of him, you know, I mean, with that far out, and he's got photos on the internet with his shirt off, he's really trying.
Okay.
So, but I still say that he nowhere near wants it as much as Bader, and I don't know Chael Sonnen's plan anymore. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't believe that.
I don't think it matters if he loses either.
I don't believe that Chael Sonnen wakes up in the middle of the night going, "You can't fucking blow this, buddy. What if you fucking don't get that Bellator belt?" And I don't think so.
He has the excuse of he wasn't even. He was a fucking welter. Right? He was a welterweight at one point.
Right.
Like he could.
Even I know that. Yeah. Like, look, I think it's an awesome gimmick. That's where they have a lot of talent, and it makes me care way more about Chael Sonnen fighting Rampage than I would ordinarily. So I'm not shitting on the gimmick. It's fun, and it'll be a good storyline for them. And whoever does win, I'll know who the Bellator champion is for sure at the end of it. It all makes sense. I just don't believe that most of these guys care all that deeply. They care. They like when they're in there, they're going to be giving it everything they've got. They've got pride, you know.
You know, Masturbator has the belt. It's kind of bullshit. Like he already won the belt, and now they're making it another thing. Like,
Well, somebody was going to have. Well, I guess you're saying, Andrew, that they didn't have one for a while. So it's not the same as the Ultimate, you know, when they create a weight division or something. I do see the difference.
Yeah.
It'll be fun, but...
Wait, so if he wins the heavyweight belt, he's the owner of both? So that means that they still don't have a heavyweight if he wins.
And we don't know that guy's name?
Oh, I know who it is, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, well...
Well, let the games begin!
We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Do you want to push up music and see if Will's available now?
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the clock.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna just go grab and see if Will can do next segment since we went long.
Any coffee, Betsy?
Do you want a coffee from the kitchen?
Oh, yeah, just do that. There you go.
Yes. Do you want a just cappuccino or double cappuccino?
Just a normal one.
Alright.
I said Dave Boyce needs to start throwing some New Balances in there.
Wait, he has a New Balance connection?
He's the Canadian distributor of New Balance.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you need?
I don't know. Cool stuff.
Look on his side.
Yeah.
And I'll order them. You know what I mean? If I do it, because I know that it costs him a bunch of money to send shit.
I know
so
it does.
If he sends it with me, then I'll get you.
Thanks. Yeah, I know that.
You just pick a couple. I'll be like, hey man, because I don't fucking ride for anybody anymore. He'll just be like, oh, they're probably for you.
Oh, you can tell him. He knows. I mean, I've
Oh,
gone,
you're already on him?
I've gone well beyond hinting. But yeah, I know that's the thing. Is if the shipping is going to cost as much as buying a pair of shoes does, then nobody.
But if it comes with the Red Dragon box, then maybe not so bad.
Yeah.
New music coming back. Will's going to come in.
Okay.
He's got a couple stories that he prepped as well
Okay.
that he can do on the back end of that. And so then we go till probably like 2:20, 2:30.
Yeah. Sure.
There's so much in the fucking news right now. It's like I feel like I just do a three-hour show, just one topic after another.
I know, which I'm happy to do. It's a weird thing how when it rains it pours, and then it stops. It's never.
Well,
same
it's
thing
not stopping yet.
No, it's not. Same thing with guests. It always works that way.
Oh, that was so stupid. Oh. Why did I just do that? Oh my god. Just burnt my balls. Yawn. Prince Veggie, huh? Tully, best part of the show. Man. Well, you wouldn't see the show if it wasn't for me. So I hope I can hang out.
Man, that lady out there is gorgeous. I don't know who she is. It's on EW right now. So I loaded the CD will be on this fader.
Okay. Can you be in?
It's already loaded up for it.
Can you be in with Will?
Sure.
Give Will his wheelchair. Okay.
Which one's that? That one?
Sorry.
What happened?
Nothing. I left my mouse in here.
Oh. You got Wolf Knife Wednesday, right?
Mhm.
Cool.
Hey, this is Jim Brewer. You want a shot? And you're listening to Jason Ellis. Let me tell you something. When I come out of here, this is the only guy I hang out with. The only guy. And this is the only guy you should hang out with. Ain't that right, Lars? Dude, fuck. This guy, he's fucking amazing, huh, Ozzy? It's just so impressive. He's running from... God, king of the mountain! Alright, hold up. Ah, Jesus, I fucking... Alright, do it again. Do it again. Yeah! Yeah!
You're listening to the Jason Ellis Show.
Yeah. Oh shit, buttons, huh? Welcome to the show.
So many of
Welcome
them.
back. Yeah, I know. A little bit of a brain fart there. I was just thinking of Jim Brewer doing all that. I was like, fuck, he's
A maniac.
just squeezing it out, baby. Let it go. He did good on the Stone Show the other day.
Didn't hear that. I heard Bon Jovi is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
It's weird that he wasn't already in. It was one of those ones where I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
He wasn't in that.
I don't think Bon Jovi were always taking all that seriously, but at a certain point, I think you just need to recognize the body of work.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget that commercial he did the other day.
Which is the best song he's written in 15 years.
Turn back time!
Well, it's like we have all these biases built into, like, because there's pop bands in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, no problem. And Bon Jovi's a really good pop band, but since they were a rock band, they were sacrilege because rock wasn't supposed to be pop like that.
Yeah.
You know?
They hold it against them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I could talk music all day.
But.
But instead, we have to do my music segment.
Right.
It is, it's a Wednesday.
Yep.
That's right.
Got to get pumped for that.
Yeah, you might want to chop that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Only the most recently released songs will do for recently released songs Wednesday, beginning with this one from Neil Young. Some might say we need to make America great again. Neil Young says America is already great.
Oh, snap!
Take it from a Canadian.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Yeah. That's okay, though. He's allowed to do that.
Yeah, Canadians are allowed to say nice things about America.
Especially if you're Neil Young. You've rocked America senseless.
I think he's able to rock the entire free world.
Right, he has.
He sounds like a
Man,
ghost.
it sounds like
He
it
always
does.
has.
It doesn't sound any different from the fucking. He's amazing.
But it is like it's on the wrong speed. Which doesn't mean anything except for stuff to old people, but it's like when you have a 45 record and it's on 33.
I think the speed changes in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
To a different wrong speed.
78.
Oh, shit.
Now we're walking. Yeah.
Funky time.
Did you?
That's his mom on background vocals.
Granny. On the jug.
All right.
More like Neil Old.
I really like Neil Young, and I didn't growing up. I think it's because I grew up in Alabama, and he had that,
The beef.
Southern man.
Yeah.
But he's great.
Was
He's
Southern Man
real
anti-Southern Man?
Yeah,
Yep.
'cause that's why Leonard Skinner
That's right.
wrote that song.
I've never paid any
Sweet
attention
Home
to-
Alabama, they say Southern man don't
need
need
him
you
around anyhow. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't. It's not that need Neil Young at all.
Fucking in your ass.
Yeah, stay in Topanga Canyon, Neil.
Is he in Topanga Canyon?
I associate him with like that's where the folk rock classic shit of the late '60s sort of came together.
Oh.
Topanga, right?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Thought it was
Here
in
in-
Nashville or something.
Here in Los Angeles area. Also, Joan Baez. Will, I'm glad you're here. Who the fuck is Joan Baez?
I have no idea.
Okay, so she's just she's a name that I've always known. She's like right alongside the Bob Dylan's and the Neil Youngs of the world, but I can't name a single Joan Baez song. She was a very important singer-songwriter of the 60s.
Give me one of her big hits, because I don't know who she is at all.
That's exactly the way I feel about it. It's like, oh, that's a really important person that I knew nothing about.
Give me one clacker.
Okay, there. Click on the best of Joan Baez. Whatever the first song is going to be... Or we'll just pick one at random.
Diamonds and Rust.
Never heard of it.
Like, there's a picture of her duetting with Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
She's like the female Bob Dylan.
Well, she got ripped off.
I think she has that bad lady singing thing of the folk 60s.
No, that would make sense why I don't know her. If she does that.
When the wind
God, she loved him.
Sing to the...
Oh my God, I thought it was her. I wasn't looking at you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. This was taken very, very, very seriously. Already great.
Oh, this is a different ghost.
Let's party.
Yeah, this is just Neil Young again. Easy mistake to make. Here's new Joan Baez. The more things change, huh?
All right.
We're looking at a picture of her. She looks like, the lady that played...
Star Trooper chick. Yeah. That chick that died the other day. Leia.
Dead.
Oh.
Yes.
I was going to say Paul McCartney.
Did you see Paul McCartney with Tony Hawk?
No.
Tony Hawk hanging out at fucking somewhere, and Paul McCartney's pretending he's skateboarding next to him, going whoa, like sidewalks. So embarrassing. You know what I mean?
Surfs off fingers.
Yeah. And Tony is uncomfortably going along with it. It's pretty funny.
He said something about two Birdmen.
Oh, I saw that was Michael Keaton. I think.
Oh,
yeah, dear Starman.
Yeah, he came up to Tony and said, "Dear Starman, ride a wave with me." And Tony was like, "Sure, fucking space cadet, sounds good."
Hang 10, Buckaroo.
I saw that post and I was like, huh, Paul McCartney was in the Birds.
No, you got two different.
I know.
Yeah.
Jack White has new music. I think he tries to challenge himself to keep the creative process fresh. If I understand this correctly, he wrote his whole new album in his head. Like, rather than sitting at a piano or picking up a guitar, he just made it up with his mind.
Oh, God. I'm just glad that it's in spurts, you know?
I don't think I've ever seen him smile before. Did his baby teeth never fall out?
Yeah, then maybe that's why he doesn't smile.
Tiny little fucking teeth.
He does. He's got big gums. It's like his gums ate his teeth. He's all gums. You can get that fixed if you wanted to. So, seen it on Instagram.
So the song's called Connected by Love.
Ugh. Should have kept it in his head.
Yeah, get this guy some scratch paper. I hear this in my head when I do nitrous.
Yeah, the wop wop.
Oh, that last bit was good. Yeah. Man, you just admitted you're such a loser.
Yeah. Why does a day go by when I don't do that?
Stop.
I might like that. I'm not sure yet.
Mm-hmm.
Here, do more nitrous.
Well, don't call me when you figure it out, okay? Next.
Justin Timberlake.
Yes, I don't care about him.
He's got a new album and a fresh angle that I have not yet been able to wrap my brain around. Musically, it sounds pretty much the same to me, but the album is called Man of the Woods, and the cover is like him in the woods.
Oh.
And they had the album release party, and they fed everybody
in the woods.
No, they did have a fake forest, and they fed everybody grasshoppers and ants covered in rose oil and black garlic.
Oh, what a fart fest!
He has a song on the album called Flannel.
Man, has there ever been a douchier fucking?
It's a weird angle.
It's a fake
Man of the
Fake
Woods.
forest in the
I know.
city is so annoying.
I absolutely agree.
Let's
Or
get
maybe-
real woodsy and build a fake forest.
I
on
know.
a lot
And then have like some extravagant fucking fusion dick sucking meal
Right.
and pretend you're Outbackians.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
roughing it.
This is the song Filthy.
Sounds like Jamiroquai.
I know, right?
This reminds me of the forest.
Yeah, the music doesn't seem to fit the theme at all.
Right.
Yeah, I'm suddenly hungry for grasshoppers covered in rose oil or whatever the fuck that was.
Oh God. I mean, good for everybody else, but I mean, I feel like this is where you start to, start to realize how stupid you were for being a fan of his in the first place.
The banjo is way low in the mix.
It's like, oh
Right
yeah,
there.
that's right. He was in NSYNC. Makes sense now.
And the videos of a robot, so
Yeah. Does that make you like it more?
There's-
It's a little bit.
there's the woods for you. Robot.
Yeah. What happened to the woods?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Oh, I see. Oh, the stage is made out of wood. There you go.
All right. Look, robots and Justin Timberlake. He's still got it. There you go, everybody. Let's move on to the next.
That troll
singer.
song. That troll song was great.
Who's next?
N.E.R.D. They're back.
Oh yeah, I saw a billboard of them, and yep, that's great. They're
So
back.
it's Pharrell and the super producers, really good R&B hip hop stuff from the early 2000s, and Pharrell's obviously had a lot of solo success, and they're back doing their thing with a song with Rihanna.
Let's not forget Ice Cream, the greatest shoe company of our time.
I don't know. I could buy sneakers to this.
Fuck yeah, this makes me want to buy shit that was popular in 1987, and I want to walk around wearing it like it's new. That's great. That is fun.
Yeah, why not?
They are fun though. Those guys are fun. They know what fun sounds like.
Yep. It's creative. It's different.
Yep, that's good.
Yep. Black Eyed Peas
Right.
All the greats.
seem to have.
And they're all back, huh?
But you notice Fergie's not in that photo.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
there's Sans Fergie.
Oh, shit.
And the cover of I don't know if this is a single or an album, but the cover of it has like dudes with guns.
The Asian guy looks angry.
So I think they're all angry. I think that there's a time and a place.
Where is the
for
love,
partying,
Michael?
For partying, and maybe if you look around the world, 2018 now is not that time. So it's time for some serious words from will.i.am.
Oh shit.
And drop more M-bombs with no Fergie, huh?
Yeah.
Wonder if it was the Indian guy saying
I don't know. Where is the love?
Yeah, I never thought I would miss
So
my
it is.
humps.
Diggable planets.
It's a little bit basic, but he's hot. I don't know.
Yeah. Carrie Underwood is she was an American Idol lady who's had obviously an illustrious career post reality TV, and she's got a song featuring Ludacris called "The Champion."
I like her bumpy, fat, flat. Someone punched her nose. Man, she needs to shut the fuck up, though. I don't know if any.
Andrew was telling me this is the anthem for the Olympics.
I figured it was something like
We're
that.
probably gonna be hearing this nonstop.
Not if I don't watch the Olympics.
I was
won't.
gonna say the Olympics don't really infiltrate you unless you're old now. You know, like you gotta. Who follows that? Like they can't. Like just people don't care about TV. It's not gonna. You know,
I got stoned and watched the Winter Olympics last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, all of the Winter Olympics you watched it?
Not all of it, but I always have the TV on because I can't handle silence.
Oh,
so when
okay.
I'm working on stuff, it's there. But like, I saw people doing like it was like a dozen people racing on snowboards, which was kind of gnarly.
Oh yeah,
they were
border
flying.
cross. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
really close
like
to
the
fuck each
one
other up.
cool
Yeah, every
thing.
now and then shit's cool.
Well, the only thing that's really there's never anything interesting about the Olympics, but this time North Korea and South Korea are sending some teams jointly
That's
Yeah, they're
really
supposed to be
weird.
like marching together, I think, right?
Yeah.
with their own little flag.
That could possibly be scary.
Yeah,
Or
well,
great.
if they blow up, you know what I mean. You'll see it on TV. Anyway, who's next?
You may not believe that this next song is Weezer.
Yeah. Oh, I totally believe it. I can hear their shitty douchebag sellout harmonies.
Who's the producer of this? It sounds like it would just be the producer.
And what are the title changes that they give the musicians? Like, who gets guitar credit on that track?
Well, this is a remix. It's released by Weezer, but this is the Happy Hour Odyssey remix. So Odyssey might be the producer, or maybe they just took a bunch of mushrooms when they whipped this up.
That's insane.
That's sneaker buying music to me. That's what you hear mixed in with that other stuff. Said the old person.
What'd you say?
Well, see, that's the stuff that you hear like in stores.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Well, this is like what people thought. Like as a kid, I liked solo songs by like Peter Cetera and Stevie Winwood, and this is what people were thinking at that time: is oh my god, this is the dude who was in Traffic.
Right.
This is the dude who was in Chicago.
Right.
But that's how you hang around and win Grammys. Andrew WK will never change.
Wait, he still has that shit on?
Partying.
That's crazy.
Well,
man, that show's getting dirty.
This song takes a hard stance on music. You can guess whether it is pro or anti.
What?
Music is worth living for. I'm guessing what the hook is going to be.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
That's crazy that. I mean, how many songs did he have, Andrew WK?
Well, you mean hits or actual songs?
Yeah, like
released?
songs that people knew.
Charitably 3.
Yeah, he's built a career off of that.
He's got a pretty big discography, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, he's still making music for sure.
We just heard one of the songs, yeah.
Good for him.
I think he's making a good living off of
I
being
agree.
Andrew WK.
Yes, and a
I
fun
hope he
and a
is.
fun one too.
Yeah, he looks like he's having a fun time with it.
Partying.
I got nothing bad to say about him.
Right.
That song's terrible.
Well, other than that.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
Sort of beside the point.
Yeah.
Alright,
goes
alright.
without saying.
I just figured somebody had to, though.
Yeah.
You guys get a lot of praise for a fucking mundane motherfucker. Okay, who's next?
Fallout Boy apparently listened to this show. They've written a song called Wilson.
Yep, that's Fallout Boy. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them. They're great, and yep, look forward to many, many more successful albums, T-shirts. Hot Topic is gonna play you when I'm there. Wait, sorry, not Hot Topic. That's fucked up. I mean, I don't know, some fucking girl shop I get stuck in all the time with my wife.
Spencer's.
Forever 21.
Yep. Yes. You motherfuckers. Everybody. You're all motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Girls. Everyone's wanking on about all the men that are doing weird things, pulling their penises out and sticking their fingers in your throat. That is bad, and I fucking hate them. I hate them for you, you know. I disgusted at myself for being... I look exactly like one. My crotch region is very similar to every other person that does that. But you guys, man, with your fucking angles on, you know, you're gonna buy a bunch of Fall Out Boy albums and make them rich, and then you're gonna play them in a fucking department store so that everybody gets excited about buying the same fucking t-shirt. Why don't you wear a fucking Motorhead t-shirt, you bastard? You don't even know the album. You don't even know he died. It's all your fault, ladies. It's all those weird shops that I have to go into. And fucking weird ass little scented shit. Everything's fucking scented, and there's like 12 different of everything now. Because you have to have variety all the time. You never know what you're gonna feel like in the fucking morning.
So what do you think about this song?
Just say it goes both ways. Fuck you, Fall Out Boy. No, they're great. They seriously are.
They still got it. You gotta admit.
I don't know.
They
I
still
can't.
got it.
I'm trying to admit right now. I don't know. I didn't know they had it. So how can I even make a remark? I don't know anything.
I at least feel like
steadily poop out music.
Well, I never
the
really
kids
gave
love
a
it.
I never really liked Fall Out Boy in the first place. But unlike that Weezer song, which it's like in order to remain or try to remain relevant, they just don't sound like Weezer. Fall Out Boy went from being a guitar band to being a pop band, but they've sounded like Fall Out Boy the entire time. So I can at least respect them for that. It's not like they just went to some producer and they're like, give us a hit song that we can sing, that we can remain relevant with and put our name on. They're Fall Out Boy. Like, yeah, I begrudgingly respect them at this point.
I respect the bass player for being super cute. Makes you want to buy an album. Or a t-shirt more, though. I'd rather just get the album for free and then wear the t-shirt.
I'm sure they have a package deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Sweet Simpsons reference, too, even after all these years.
Is there any more songs?
Yeah, MGMT have been alternative rock superstars for some time now. They have a song called When You Die.
Everybody they have sex with has never shaved their pussy or their armpits.
Oh, that sucks.
But they're pretty young and they're like really supermodel-y looking, so their pubes are like not really that offensive yet. Did he say go fuck yourself?
Yes, he did.
Cool.
You hear me laughing at him?
Oh!
Wow.
Oh! I have somewhere to be right now.
Oh, I saw some pubes this morning I wasn't supposed to see. I forgot about that.
Wow.
The best kind.
Look,
surprise pubes.
So I...
You're a married man.
So I swim... trust me. Wait till I tell you the story. So I swim laps, and there's this lady. I've noticed her a couple times, and all due respect, this woman is somewhere healthily between 300 and 400 pounds, and she's swimming. And I think that that's terrific. It's actually probably even better than walking when you're that big. It's a really good way to start the process of getting your body back in shape, and I respect her for not giving up. But she has like this thing, you know, when swimsuits for overweight people have like the skirt bit attached to it, but that was flopping up and down with the water, and the bit that was covering her crotch was just not doing the job. So I could see like the entire like side third of her pube patch. And the weird thing about being like a human or a guy or whatever is once I noticed it the first time, I had to look for it every single time I passed her.
Yeah, hell yeah. And did you see it every time?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's weird when you get that heavy, and
I'd like to.
When it's just an observation, I'm not trying to be negative. When you get so heavy that actually your body doesn't start creating more pubic hair, but there's so much more ground to cover that they're actually kind of like, it looks like your pubes are thinning.
If you're listening, fat lady,
Wow.
I'm into it.
You've done a lot of thinking about this.
Everybody knows you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep. Yep.
So anyway, congratulations to her for being on the comeback trail.
Yep.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Is a pop superstar, and he's got a song with Cardi B called Finesse.
I love Cardi B. Wait, this sounds like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I know it does.
Hop, hippity hop.
That's what you grew up with. That's what you get.
Wow.
It's fun music for
she's
little
even
kids.
Wearing 80s clothes.
I know.
Yeah, it looks like the set of In Living Color.
There's no soul in it.
Yeah. He just takes whatever he wants from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and just throws it all together. And everybody who listens to him is so young that they can't tell what a bizarre juxtaposition it is that he's doing.
He's a butcher.
Pretty much.
Ah, fuck that guy.
Quavo?
Don't know
Quifo?
about
I don't know how you're supposed
He
to
can't
pronounce
be
it.
Queefo.
I believe it's Queef Face.
He has got a song with
Queef face. He's got to be an insanely good rapper to be popular as Queef face. Because how'd they get past that?
He is joined here by Nicki Minaj. The song's called "She for Keeps."
How does she get past that?
Groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Everybody has that thing, those little rods you would turn over and they go ew, ow, ew. You remember those things?
No.
No, yeah. What
No
happened?
idea
What happened to
the
you?
fuck you're talking about?
They were like a neon toy. It was like a tube, and it had like a little disc inside. And when you flipped it over, you've seen those things where it's like a little canister and you flip it over and it makes a cow moo.
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like that. Nobody's seen that fucking toy.
What does that sound like?
Yeah.
You turn it over and it goes ew, ow,
Yeah.
ew.
Yeah.
And then you shake it, it goes, and it sounds like these rapper guys.
It doesn't.
That's it. Groaning tubular toy.
It's known as the novelty cool tubular groaning toy noise.
That's what I meant to say.
Duh.
Get the name right.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that. I think I missed those. Lil Wayne has a song with Drake. I think it's a remix. Who cares? It's called Family Feud.
Wait, is that the same?
I don't know.
You say TD bag in the poo poo lounge?
Poo poo loans.
Might
That's
as
what
well.
he said.
Oh. Who's Larry Jackson?
I'm gonna guess like a manager, agent, record label guy.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh. You think you're fucking tricky with that shit? You basic bitch. Alright, that's it. I'm done.
We will segue finally to new metal releases. I'm not familiar with Bitch Hawk, or am I? We played this before?
Tony's cousin?
Edgy shit right
What
there.
Yeah, they're cool. Check them out.
I feel like I'm playing the first Tony Hawk game. That's like the same style of music.
You better watch it.
That's an awesome thing. I played the fuck out of that game.
That was. I felt like it was kind of original, but then I feel like somebody could just play me something from the '70s and shut that down. But
Yeah, but it's like
It was
Nine
cool.
Nails, Al Jorgensen kind of stuff mixed with some
Like
kind of
mixed with like psychobilly.
yeah, psychobilly,
That's
but
what
also
it
like
was, yeah.
also like there's also some kind of '60s
Yeah.
groove thing
Yeah,
in
it's
there
cool.
as
Yeah.
well. I like it.
yeah,
Bitch Hawk. Did somebody say Al Jorgensen?
yes,
Yeah, I did.
He's
It's
back.
something I'm fond of saying for no reason.
I thought you were gonna make a point about it or something.
No. We got new Aussie.
Oh, okay.
No. Here's new ministry, Antifa.
like to keep the low mumbling guy thing going.
That guy's cheating on stage.
The bold new sound of ministry.
I was gonna. You don't want to do it, but I mean, that's what you want. That's what they give you.
Yep.
Everybody in that photo looks really tired.
Yeah, and when I saw them the other day, they looked real tired on stage too. But then again, I mean, Danzig couldn't sing. I'm sure it was very dry out there or something.
Marilyn Manson's pants fell down on stage the other day.
Yeah, he texted me.
Some guy came out and helped them pull him up.
He texted me to come, and I was like, yeah, sure. Not.
But he texted you about it?
Yeah.
Did you get my pants?
No.
Hey, I'm on stage right now performing
He
Beautiful
said-
People. Can you help me with my
How far are you from the palladium? My pants fell down.
I feel like that's like if you're lucky, that's like the job you get if you hang out with him long enough.
Well, that was some guy's job.
Yeah. Not me.
The
Probably not
video
their
clip is out
only
there. I
job.
couldn't quite figure it out. So he's there. You can
Okay.
hear they're playing. They sound great. He sounds fine. His pants are down. And he just doesn't.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck. Why would he?
He
He's
can't
got
really
his-
move around.
He's got his back to the crowd. He's not bending over to get them.
Well,
Here comes the guy.
He looks so defeated. Like his shoulders are slumped. Like he sucks.
And now the guy helps him, pull him up, yank him all the way up, give him a good tug, make sure they don't fall down again. And now he's walking around again.
And he's laughing.
well, he's got a cast on and shit. He's fucking riddled. Holy shit, dude.
He somehow pulled that off, in my opinion. That's hard to do.
Oh god. Anyway, let's move on.
So it is not a bold new sound for ministry, but I've never followed a Perfect Circle or, for that matter, Tool all that closely. But this to me is a new wrinkle for a Perfect Circle.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
Okay,
more.
sorry. Look, I'm sorry, all you guys. You can get it. It's out now. I'm not listening anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that what they've always sounded like? It seems like
No,
they're trying to
no.
keep it. Sounds like they're trying to keep it fresh.
No,
I mean, they've always Perfect Circle's always been more mellow than Tool.
yeah, I like it.
I feel like what most people-
enough to check it out. You know.
I feel like what most people want from Maynard is new Tool, and he just keeps making new Perfect Circle, then new Pussifer.
He's really
new
into
Perfect
Pussifer.
Circle. Like,
I
he
know,
just
which is
refuses to make any more Tool, and that's what everybody wants.
which is really Pussifer's really the retarded cousin of the retarded cousin.
I think that's because, like, Pussifer's the thing he can do anytime he wants to. Perfect Circle's the thing he can do most often, and Tool's, like, hard to get everybody together.
Maybe he just doesn't want to do what you want to do.
What
He's
is
supposed to
every-
do what he wants to do.
What's
Maybe.
everybody else in Tool doing? Are they
I
like
don't know,
mailmen?
Yes, they work on boats. They're only on dry land so often.
Three of them are blue men, so I know that.
Has Little Steven always been a member of a Perfect Circle?
Who's Little Steven?
All the way over there on the
Oh,
side.
yeah. Everyone looks pretty tired in that band. I'll tell you that.
I can't get a beat on Maynard. I've met the guy personally, and he doesn't look like that photo. Did he
never
lose?
looks like any.
He never looks like himself.
No, he
It's-
never does. Yeah.
Did he lose
Yeah, he looks like he lost
like
a lot
90
of weight.
pounds?
Yeah.
And he wasn't fat when I saw him.
Right.
Okay, that's confusing.
You
as
see
hell.
that guy in that photo next to that chick with the Metallica shirt? That's more like the guy that I
Yes, that is classic Maynard.
met. Doesn't totally look like the guy in the new Perfect Circle.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, he
Weird,
started to look
right?
like Francis McDormand.
How did he do that? Maybe he had plastic surgery.
It's something. I mean, they're both bald white guys, but other
Yeah,
than
but it's
that,
not the same guy.
It's not the same guy at all,
How'd he do that?
right?
He got a nose
Wait,
job.
are you
Got his lips done
looking at
too.
the right guy?
It's strange, isn't it? This is not the first time I've noticed this
I
phenomenon.
mean, you know Maynard's on the left, right?
Wait, what? He's the one with no hair, right?
No.
No.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's how
That's
that
like
works. Yeah.
Wait, well,
Okay, well, that makes it even. So the guy just identified as Little Steven is Maynard?
Yes. That's him.
wait, the guy with the wig. Wait,
Yes.
I
The
know,
guy
right?
with the sunglasses. He always look. He always wears a wig, at least when he's out in public, because then people don't,
But what about when he's in a press photo for his band? Do people?
Yeah.
Is he sick of people asking him for autographs then?
Yeah,
No,
he shaves
no, you're thinking about that the opposite
Yeah,
way.
does he have one of those stuck-on wigs that I want to get?
Yeah, he does.
He
that.
does, huh?
Yeah.
Wait,
He does that because.
So he glues on a mohawk?
Yes, he does.
Good for him.
I want to fucking...
And there he was. Yeah.
Damn it, he beat me.
He had old man hair.
Well, that's a wig that I mean, I've got that wig at home.
Yeah, you and he, I think, have a lot in common.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That wig that he's got right there, the new one, is that a wig? I mean, that's a lot of hair to want to walk around with.
Yeah, his head is totally shaved. He is fully bald.
Yes.
Wow. Oh fuck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know.
Kind of
that.
back him. Anyway,
He's
more
He's a
songs.
really smart guy. I
Yes.
like him.
Yeah, some bald people are capable of mild intelligence.
Not usually.
Two more songs. Judas Priest
Mm-hmm.
with Lightning Strike.
Kicking ass.
Yeah, totally solid. And finally, Joe Satriani.
God, he loves that wanking bit right there, doesn't he?
Some good pooping music.
What?
How do you figure?
I could picture myself shaking a turd out of my ass to this.
What?
What are you talking about?
What does that mean?
Is it the riff or the rhythm that wants to make you get the poo
Why
out?
do you take
The
such high
rhythm.
energy shits?
I don't know, man. I like to live on the edge.
Wait, this is
Of
how
the
you
bowl?
you shit like
Yeah. You're gonna have to pee that off of there,
Yeah, apparently Joe Satriani is still amused by making this exact same song.
You know what? Rumor has it he hasn't stopped playing. Like, this is just like people walked in and caught a little bit of it and then they left. He's still going. All right, I gotta.
You know what's oh, he's got a 3D concert film, Saturated. Yeah, of course he does. What's interesting about him, and I feel like this happens a lot, I think he just keeps on making the same album over and over, and he keeps on winning Grammys or at least being nominated, because I think in those fringe categories, none of the Grammy voters actually have any idea what they're talking about, nor can they be bothered to look into it. So once you get established as like the Grammy Latin artist, you keep getting nominated. He's in. They know who Joe Satriani is, so he puts out an album, he gets nominated for a Grammy for Best Rock Instrumental every fucking time. And I guess that's sort of
I didn't even know they had a category for that.
Yeah, well, he pretty much has it on lockdown as far as I can tell.
Well, yeah, when you're voting on something like that, you go through, and if you see a name you recognize, that's the one you pick.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what he's enjoying, and why not? He is one of the great guitarists ever who continues making the same song over and over.
As far as you know, your brain and ears can't comprehend the detail of it, Michael. I'm sure. None of us realize that it's a new fucking planet every time.
This ain't no surfing with the alien.
That's right. Anyway, is that it?
That's it. Will's got some stuff.
All right. What stuff do you have, Will?
I dug up some news.
Oh.
Accidentally. It's my bad. Sorry, I'm going to inflict you with news.
I like your news. It's been a long time.
I'm ready to learn.
27 years ago today, what happened, Jason?
Martin Luther. No.
Anybody?
Somebody bombed us.
Getting closer.
We bombed somebody.
Yes.
Look who's talking.
Hiroshima.
No.
Not another scary movie.
27 years ago, 1991, Operation Desert Shield ended and Operation Desert Storm began.
Wow.
Wait.
Shock and awe?
91?
Yeah.
22 years ago? Okay, go ahead.
Is that cool?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Is my math correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't that 27 years ago? Anyway, go ahead.
That's what 27. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, go for it. And I don't know if you remember where you were. Do you remember seeing that on TV?
In '91, I was in Munster, Germany, and I was one of 3 people in the world to do a tag grab 540 in a contest. And I beat Sluggo. You're listening.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
I actually remember where I was because I was at the Short Hills Mall in New Jersey, and they made the fucking announcement over the loudspeaker.
Yeah, I mean, most people remember like seeing that night vision stuff on CNN. I mean, people turned. That's when CNN kind of became CNN, and they started like having 24-hour news networks and stuff. You know.
I remember all of us in my 8th grade class didn't do our homework because we said we were freaked out that our nation was at war and our teacher was old and grizzled and had been through real wars, and she was like, "Bullshit! You guys all have detention."
Oh man!
Wow.
That campaign of shock and awe went on for 5 weeks until he sent the ground troops in. I didn't know it lasted that long. That bombing, it was pretty impressive.
Wait, it was a 5-week bombing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm an innocent moron.
Stormin' Norman.
Yeah.
Wait, they named it Stillman Mormon?
No. That was the general.
Schwarzkopf?
Norman Schwarzkopf, yeah.
Speaking of military and stuff, a former CIA officer was charged yesterday with unlawful possession of secrets.
Hey, what's that guy that's on the news? And all the gymnasts are super angry at him because he fucking raped them all.
Yeah,
and it's like 140 people.
We talked about him. Remember, I said that he that one of them had received like a massive cash settlement to sign an NDA.
Oh, I just saw the news like all the girls that actually got to talk to him.
Yeah, I think
and
this was
tell him that he's fucked. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was reading a big article about him the other day. It's just incredibly disgusting. I can't imagine
The
how.
world.
I'm not judging people because it wasn't one dumb set of parents. It was apparently dozens and dozens. So I wasn't there, and I'm sure they have their children's best interests at heart and care about their kids and stuff. But they just let little girls go back into his training room and didn't ask any questions about what was going on in there or why this guy wanted to work fucking nights and weekends and shit like that. He was getting paid a lot of money to molest children.
The world.
A bummer.
It really is the world.
That's gonna make me skip this story because.
Sorry, Will.
Yeah, no. It's just that this former CIA guy caused like 20 people to either be jailed or killed in China because he was like giving them up to the Chinese government.
Giving them up for what?
For being spies, for being.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they were spies though.
Yeah, for us.
Oh, now I'm with you.
Yeah. Anyway. Grant Phillips from Sydney, Australia, announced on Facebook that he had changed his last name to his wife's last name.
Yeah? Wait, people angry at him for it?
Yeah, that's when the death threat started.
He got death threats.
Yeah. People
because
are like,
people
go
are
kill
scared
yourself.
of change.
I hope you and your whore die
She's
in
a
car
whore. She's a
crash
whore, and he should die because
so
he took
that
her
your
name.
genes don't continue.
Yeah.
I hope your wife can't have kids. That
Is
would
this
be
a
God's way of punishing you.
Is this a global hate or is it Australia? I'm terrified right now. Okay, good.
I think it's both. The thing is he said, he and his wife had no male cousins. Basically, their family name was gonna die off.
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Well, I'll change my name to your
Yeah.
name." He was doing a
Fucking adorable.
a nice thing.
Yes.
But research has shown that when women don't take the last name of their husband, it more likely than not, the male is considered weak and the woman is considered a ball breaker.
Yeah.
So if the guy takes on the woman's last name, that must mean he's really weak and that woman's really a ball buster.
Right, but don't they have like tests that you don't need to floss?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe them. I don't have to believe everything you tell me.
Is he going to keep it the way it is? Will he remain
Yes.
Donald Vagina Man?
Yes, he will. And this happened a few days ago, but I just want to ask: did you hear about the false alarm in Hawaii?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well,
Why is that
bring it up
insane?
in there, though.
Yeah, because somebody pushed the wrong button, and for about 38 minutes, all you could get on your cell phone or television or everywhere you looked is, there is a missile heading your way, and you're gonna die. Take cover. This is not a drill.
It says take cover. This is not a
The
drill.
message, okay, the text message said, ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. That went off with a little, like a Amber Alert alarm thing on everybody's cell phone suddenly. And then every television station had a banner going across it saying the U.S. Missile Command has detected a threat to Hawaii. A missile may impact on land or sea in minutes. If you are outdoors, go into a building. If you're driving, pull over and find a building. Don't get near a window.
If it hits and you see that and you go into a building, do you live?
I think Hawaii doesn't have a lot of fallout shelters.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you're here, it's California, it's whatever. It's talking about a giant goddamn bomb. If they say get into a building, I'm just like, if it hits anywhere near you, the building doesn't stop shit,
near
right?
You, no. If it hits near you, it's not, and it depends on the kind of bomb and how far away you are, all of that stuff. But I mean, radiation in the air afterwards.
I don't know. I feel like it's sort of. I know people. I've heard people say, "Well, maybe it is going to happen, or maybe it isn't going to happen." I feel like there's so much talk, and there's such a crazy president saying so many crazy things, and he's pissed off the media so much that they say crazy things. Everybody's made their crazy statement. It's almost like they're prepping me for this to happen. Like a month ago, if you said that, I'd be like, "Fuck!" And I feel like give me a couple more months of just hearing spastic. Comments from people like a world leader, and then this comes. I'm almost like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, am I going? Do I have to go? Like, do I have to move, or am I just gonna blow up? Is my whole family and this whole thing over? Like it's just as. I don't want to say it, but I sometimes just think, is it gonna? And it's maybe it's not so far away from me as everybody else here, because I'm like. I'm an emotional, like, I suffer from depression and shit. The world end. The world ends all the time to me, So I'm like, wait, so now it's gonna bomb. I'm like, well, at least I don't have to worry about the next contract.
That's what I do with all this stuff is I can't be concerned about it because it does nothing for me. So I just got to move past that. I can be as prepared as I can be, but I'm not moving to the middle of the country or an island or anything to escape it. So why worry about it?
Yeah,
well,
I guess so.
You don't always get to decide what you're worried about. That's one of the things about anxiety and depression, as everybody knows.
No, of course.
And in the other one, I read a really scary article the other day about the possibility of the ways that they could take out the U.S. electrical grid in ways that would be irreparable, and that would just slowly but surely drive the country into anarchy.
I'm glad somebody wrote that article about how to take the U.S. down.
No. I mean, everybody knows there's some kind of it's like a sound wave or something like that somebody who hated us could do that would just knock out the electrical grid.
Oh, you're talking about like a magnetic pulse
Maybe.
in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Detonate a nuke in the atmosphere. It acts like an EMP.
It'll erase every hard drive, anything magnetic.
So we don't have to go to work and money doesn't mean anything anymore?
Yes.
Cool.
But within about 2 days, everybody would be tearing each other to shreds.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
And then like 2 months later, when it's still not fixed, and like all of the civilized countries of the world are like depriving of themselves of shit that they really need just to try to help us out, but it's still not nearly enough for us, and this goes on for like over a year. You see what like The Walking Dead would look like in real life without the zombies.
Other countries would have to stop helping, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They would help us. They would give until it hurts, and it still wouldn't be enough. And it would take forever to get stuff to us. And by then, looting, and people would go to the wrong kind of person would just go from door to door, being like, "I'm tougher than you. I'm meaner than you. I'm more sadistic than you. I have more weapons than you. Give me all of your shit so your family can starve to death." Or be dehydrated because you can't drink the water anymore. I mean, it's a really, really... You'd almost prefer to be in a nuclear blast than the worst-case scenarios of how that might play out.
Thanks for bringing all those dark things into my head, Tully.
I guess I would just, like, get really drunk and, like, you know, like set off a bomb or something.
Well, that makes me think. If the
So I don't want to be hungry.
when you got that text, you know, and for 38 minutes you thought a missile was heading your way. I mean, people had to have been sending messages like, "Hey, boss, fuck you," you know, "I thought you were," or
Man, that
"Hey,
is
mom, I'm
terrifying that that's the
Mom,
first
I'm
thing
gay,"
you go to.
or you know, "Hey, old girlfriend."
I'm sure there's
I don't know what
There's
happened.
probably gonna be a baby born that was conceived in a bunker somewhere. Like,
Well,
hey,
yeah.
we're gonna explode in 5 minutes. Let's just fuck.
Exactly.
Why wear a rubber?
I mean, people did get up and leave restaurants and stuff without.
That's
I mean,
how
it's
I am.
like-
This
Cool
is our
beans.
daughter, Shelter.
Shelter hope.
Why does a Japanese train bark like a dog?
To get to the other side.
No. It's not a joke. It's a question. Why would a Japanese train bark like a dog?
A train.
Yes.
It's not a human or an animal. It's a machine.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, the Japanese subways sound like porn.
What?
When I was in Japan, because you know they want to be quiet in public, so nobody talks on the subway. And my girlfriend and I, or my ex, we were sitting on the train, and we just hear like, "Oh," and we looked at each other and started giggling, and it just kept going. We just keep hearing this moaning, like this long, drawn out, like, "Oh." And we're looking around to find like who's got porn on, like who's looking at their phone, who's watching porn, who forgot to turn the sound off. Why are we the only people giggling? And we found out like 2 days later after giggling nonstop about so much porn watching on the subway. It's like the tracks or something. Something in.
This is the recording of the
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah.
subway. Wow. Well, researchers in Japan have fitted trains with a speaker that barks like a dog and snorts like a deer, and they're doing this to prevent accidents. Apparently, deer congregate around railroad tracks
Yeah.
because they need to lick the rails.
Yeah, because it tastes like period blood.
No,
sorry.
no. They need iron, and
They're so stupid.
The wheels
Can't get iron out of that.
You can.
Oh,
The
I'm an
wheels
idiot.
grinding against the rails do make shavings.
Yeah.
So they do get iron that way, and then trains run them over. So they had been spraying lion feces on the tracks, but then the rain would just wash it away. So instead, they have the 1-2 punch. They have the speaker, and for a 3-second blast, you get the sound of a deer snorting.
Oh.
They're not afraid of train noises?
That's
What about? Attention, oh dear! You move.
No.
Stupid, a deer.
No.
No.
Like, duh, dude, it's Japan. The deer don't speak English.
Oh. Sorry.
It's a deer snorting, and that's the, hey, get your attention. And then, boom, second blast is the dog barking, and that scares them away.
Right. All right. Well, I guess they've got it figured out. It must have been trial and error, or do you think they just like first time was a win?
They cut the deer in half.
They try a cat. Wait, what?
They cut the sightings of deer in half
Oh.
by doing this.
They say they ran into them.
No.
The other half they just cut in half.
Right. What to do with all those leftover opioids?
Snort them?
I'll take them.
Yeah. Walmart is here to help.
I don't trust Walmart.
Me neither.
They announced they're starting to give away these packets. Anytime you get an opioid prescription, you can get this powder in the packet, which, once you're done with your medication, you have some left over, you put the powder in there, a little bit of water, and it turns it into a blob that can't be used to get high.
That's so much easier than just dumping it in the toilet.
Yeah, well,
I think that's going to stop me from eating blobs.
So
They're insane.
when you go to Walmart and you're picking up your Oxys or Vikes or your Monkey or your Demis or whatever, ask.
Wait, sorry.
Ask. Gotta get the powder.
Yeah, so you got all your Moxies, Roxys, Boxies, and Foxies.
Right.
And then you crush them all up.
Right.
And then you antique your buddy in the face with it.
And fun.
Good morning.
Oh man, I got
What?
a couple other things real quick.
Good, because I need to know.
Southeast Michigan, they had the meteor.
Yes,
thing you guys
we
were
talked
talking
about it, yep.
Yeah, well, NASA says a potentially hazardous asteroid is heading towards Earth at 67,000 miles per hour.
Yeah, but wait till it hits our atmos.
It's
We're gonna rip it a new asshole.
0.7 miles wide.
That's pretty big, but have you seen my atmos?
It's not going to hit us, but it's within the danger zone.
Yeah.
Every time a
Come
meteor
at
burns
me.
up in the atmosphere, does that like dissipate some of the atmosphere?
No,
Yes,
the
we're
atmos
running
is fine.
dangerously low on atmosphere.
No, we're
Oh,
sweet.
we gotta get more.
We got tons of atmos. It's not like cowbell.
If it did hit the Earth, it would cause a mini ice age.
Oh, fuck.
So a mini one.
Like winter?
So
Cool off. Yeah.
So snow season would be fucking pow all day.
And finally,
There'd be the Winter Olympics and
The
other
Winter Olympics.
and finally, this could be the end of the world.
Wait, what happened to that meteor that just hit us and gave us
That's
a...
fine.
Okay.
Flying dinosaurs have taken over the entire state of North Carolina. Many scientists believe that pterodactyls went extinct a long time ago.
Yeah, they did.
But not Jonathan Whitcomb.
Yeah, but what's he on?
Well, he's a cryptozoologist.
Exactly.
So he thinks Bigfoot exists and all
Oh,
that.
he's a fucking idiot.
But on Thursday, January 4th, Cynthia Lee, who should know a little bit about animals since she's studying to be a veterinarian assistant.
Yeah, you're a loser.
She said she saw a flying creature that had no feathers, had a long tail, had a diamond-shaped bulb at the end of its tail, had a crest on its head.
Is she good friends with this dude?
No.
Oh.
She reported this. And then, also in a completely separate, unrelated report, she also spotted this creature last week. She was in an Uber going to work.
The same lady saw it, but this time she saw it in an Uber.
Yes.
No other person reported it, but she saw it in a moving vehicle.
She tried to point it out to the Uber driver, but he just missed it. But
I was gonna do it.
In a completely separate report that's not her.
All right, now we're cooking.
She says her mother and her uncle
Fuck.
saw a pterodactyl when
Ah,
they
that
were
just-
little.
Oh, now it's it's so over.
I don't know how.
Oh man, how does it get in the news?
I don't know.
Here's one for you. Here's one the news I watch. Coco says that she invented big butts, and I'm like, how the fuck does that get in the news? And then Deliciousness from fucking Flavor of Love goes, oh hell no, you didn't invent big asses, and I'm like, how the fuck did you get in the news? What is it with you people, TMZ? How is Deliciousness fucking doing anything with anybody? Fucking, what the fuck?
It really is kind of like that movie, Idiocracy.
And from what I hear, the inventor of big ass, fake big ass, was Black China.
Inside scoop.
But I bet you I'm not in TMZ going, oh hell no! You didn't do it!
I'm sure there were big asses long before and after all of these people.
Yeah, but Coco is a special thing for sure.
She was probably one of the first big asses that people wanted to fuck.
Yep. Well, anyway, sure.
Congratulations.
But the main, yep.
That's all I got on you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll take a break and then we'll be back. Yeah, Andrew? All right.
Yeah, no, Andrew said I could go to 235, but I got the sense you wanted to, like, kind of move it on, you could do your break.
I just don't, yeah, I'm like, I forget if we don't, someone
Yeah.
just put up, we gotta take a break.
How do you want to do the impression, talk that up, coming back here?
We'll just talk about it when we come back.
Okay.
Oh. Catwood's moving back to mornings.
Yeah.
So you can come hang out again?
That's what he's asking me. So
Yeah, is he doing Kevin and Bean?
he's on K-Rock, yeah. So he is in. That's awesome. So you'll have a little bit under 20 minutes once you get back. You want to start off with the impression.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, drive people to the submit to Ellis, or what way do you want to do it?
Yeah, submit to Ellis.
Submit to Ellis, then it's a little long to do nothing, so I would suggest maybe coming up with categories for the medal awards.
I don't know about that. I mean,
if we're gonna,
or if you want to do final calls, I mean, you could always do that for extended.
Yeah, sure. And there's plenty of other news too.
It's not that long at all.
You want them screened at all?
I don't care. Doesn't matter. Betsy's here, sure.
Get a name.
Yeah.
Listen to me, fucker. Everybody who listens to the show, there's people that listen in traffic for a couple minutes, and then there's people that listen a lot, and there's people that have got babies and dogs named after us. So they're Ellis fam. There's like Wolf Knife, Red Dragon, Ellis fam. They're the ones that meet up in hotel rooms when there isn't anything to do with the show. They just meet up with each other. That sounded weird, but they're all friends. Anyway, I want to do a contest where people that are Ellis fam and all the anybody really that thinks they're good at impressions or really bad and willing to really go for it. Obviously, if you're Ellis fam, you already know I don't have to explain what it would be like because you are hardcore and you know the show. But basically, I would have up to 6 people in the studio. So you have to be local, which means I'm not flying you in from Canada as much as I wish there was a budget for stuff like that. You have to be local. But Butterballs, people like that. I don't know if Butterballs is a good impressionist, though. From what I have seen in some of his previous work in such films as Big Fucking Megaboat, could be tough. But then again, he could be a genius. Now is your time, all you guys and girls, to send in you don't have to send in a video of you trying. You just have to send in to submit to ellis@gmail.com that you are ready to be here. Do we have a date? I guess that wouldn't matter. How many people we can get. But obviously sooner than later, right? It would be in the near future that we would have this contest. Yeah? No, but like a near future, like within the next couple of weeks, months. Yeah, okay.
Sorry to interrupt your snack.
Oh. Anyway, so, yeah, submit to Ellis@gmail if you want to give it a go. Then we'll have you all come in here, and then you will, worst case scenario, you'll win a bunch of free shit. Best case scenario, you'll win a ridiculous amount of free shit, because it's the least I can do for everybody that listens to the show. People that support Jude, all the people that have supported the show and come over to this fucking channel. I am very appreciative. And the hardcore of the hardcore have a chance to come in here. And oh, look, by the way, if you want to fly here, you're eligible too. I'm not blocking you. Just saying I'm not paying for you. But yeah, it's a contest. Come in here and win a bunch of free shit. And shout out to Betsy too, because Betsy's always got Ellis fams back. Sometimes I forget because I'm caught up in, worrying about my hairline and shit. It's a long story.
If you'd like to talk to Betsy and then talk to us, give us a call for final calls right now at 855-ELLIS-41, 855-ELLIS-41. In the meantime, Trent Reznor has gotten a restraining order against a seemingly fairly crazy neighbor.
It's got to be the worst to be, have lots of money and have like I'm assuming he has a really nice house, estate, and your neighbor's a dick.
You don't get to pick your neighbors and you don't get to pick your family.
So anyway, so restraining order. How do you restraining order your neighbors? Does that mean that he can't, is he like appearing a lot?
So, Trent Reznor claims that Nader Afshar has been behaving irrationally and increasingly threatening toward him and his family over the past 6 months. One anecdote: on Christmas Eve, Trent says he was playing outside with his kids when he spotted the guy disheveled, wearing an open shirt, shorts, and a Santa hat. Now, it was Christmas Eve to be wearing the Santa hat. Walking up and down the sidewalk ranting, "Rich people can do whatever they want, but the Lord will get them in the end."
Oh, God.
I wonder how not rich Nader Afshar is to be living directly next door to Trent Reznor.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a different story. Trent also says the man recently expressed his hatred of Trent Reznor to a friend who was leaving Trent's house and then yelled at him that Satan was going to get Trent. So he has to say, you can only put so much distance between them. They're next door neighbors. The judge wants the guy to stay 10 yards away from him, his family, and any employees while they're working at his residence. The judge agreed to that. A court hearing on the matter set for next month. Time was, I think, you might have found that real fur was that fake fur was being passed off as the real stuff. Now it is a bigger story when the fake stuff turns out to actually be real.
Wait, because they can't sell the real stuff?
Well, when people think they're buying faux fur because they have ethical objections to real fur, and instead, accidentally or not accidentally, a chain of stores in England called Boots, it's kind of like a drugstore chain.
Mm-hmm.
They have a bunch of accessories that are supposed to be like hair clips and shit. It's supposed to be faux fur, and some lady looked at it and she knows what she's talking about. She said, like, real hair gets thinner and thinner and thinner, but the fake shit tends to just sort of get chopped at an abrupt end, and that's how the first indication to her that it was fake, and nobody knows exactly.
You mean real?
I'm sorry, that it was real, and so there's no telling what conditions this real fur may have emerged out of.
Mm-hmm. Could be a dog or something.
Yeah, or it could have just been a mink or something that was just raised in terribly cruel conditions.
Oh, okay.
This is not top-of-the-line shit if it's being sold at a drugstore as the fake stuff.
Right, it's got to be shit because you got it cheaper.
Right.
Fake.
Exactly. Somewhere along the way, it was cheaper to use the real stuff than the fake stuff, and that is probably some dodgy shit, so they pulled it from the shelves, and they're going to try to, fix it out.
It's weird just to know everybody... When you start making real money, then it's all bets are off, and you can't say how dare this person or how dare that person. It just seems like when you've got enough people that you employ, and things get weird, or there's a chance to pull a sweet one, everybody's in.
Yeah,
that's big. That's big business. Everybody's in. Somebody's gonna get hurt in this, but hey, fuck, this whole thing can't fall apart. So, sorry.
It's pretty amazing, but that does seem to be the way. People will do terrible
things
to other
I forgot
people.
to tell you, Michael.
Yeah.
I fucking woke up in the middle of the night, needed a pee. I had a fucking boner pee.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking accomplished this goddamn pee, and I have to stay in a weird state in my mind where I'll go back to bed and not be too awake so I don't stay awake. I'm like, just be fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Sit on the bowl and pee, but don't concentrate too much, go to sleep.
Yes.
Come back to the bed, and as I go to get in bed, I kick the side of the closet, and it cracks my foot, and I'm like, fuck, that fucking hurt. I'm like, but you can't, I'm like, I can't let that happen.
Yeah.
You got to switch it off. And I'm like, I'm feeling the sting, but it'll go away. And then I went back to sleep. I woke up in the morning, fucking brushed my teeth, get in the shower. I fucking snapped my toenail in half.
Oh, wow.
Like, just split it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well,
I got an exploded piece of shit fucking toenail.
Mind over matter. I still would make that deal over that you actually were able
to
to
be
go back to
awake?
sleep. Yeah.
I know,
God,
right?
hate that. It's the worst because you just think, what is the thing? I tried to.
Wait a minute. Somebody's. I think I'm going to get in trouble for what I said at the start of the show because this guy listens on demand at 3 a.m. Reno. Hey, are you... Right, so probably the best because if you're listening to it on demand at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're going to be pretty terrified looking for a naked dude with an arm in his hand. Right, because they're there. He's there.
Do you like working at night?
3 a.m. Right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully... hopefully the naked man with an arm in his hand doesn't find you tonight. Well, he does have a spare hand.
He's friendlier than he seems at first. Just give him a chance. His ways are just different from yours, that's all.
Yeah.
What is
Thanks,
the deal
Rita.
with... I'm not the only... No, not this guy. Thanks for calling, dude. This is not just me, because this is me and it's my wife, and I'm willing to bet it's just about everybody. And I tried to Google it, but it's such a long Google, I couldn't make it work on my phone. What is the thing where if you wake up during the night and then you can't fall asleep, you get to like 5 o'clock in the morning and you go, Well, fuck it. At least I'll start my day early.
Yeah.
And I can get some shit.
That happens all the time. What about it?
That's when I fall asleep. And I never remember. At somewhere between 5 and 5:30, I fall asleep. And I don't have that. Because you know when you're like laying in bed awake and you go, oh no, I'm starting to feel tired. It's going to happen. I just relax. You go with it. Go towards the light. You can fall asleep. Oh, fuck. It went away. Now, you know, like I never even get that ramp up or ramp down to sleep. And then I oversleep. I'm up from 3 or whatever, and then around 5, just when I go, fuck it, there are things I need to do, and they're bothering me, obviously, and that's half the reason I'm awake. Let me get up and do them. I fucking switch off, and then I oversleep. It is definitely a part of insomnia.
I don't know if you know this, Michael. Final calls. If anyone wants to call the show, 855-Ellis-41. I'll take the call. You can ask me anything. Donald Trump sleeps 4 hours, and he has done his whole life, and he's the president.
Yeah, do you know what? There's a he
and he feels great. He's 6'3" and 120 pounds.
Well, I want to talk to you about that.
220 pounds.
The man is a pathological liar, as even his supporters have to concede. There's just so much goddamn. Whatever you think, there's just so much goddamn evidence. Anything he says, you can find video of him saying the exact same opposite thing. So don't try to tell me he's not a pathological liar. But I 100% believe him about the sleep thing. Okay. There's guys like that. I absolutely believe him. He's one of the lucky ones because they are out there and they tend to be, not coincidentally, very, very productive people. And I don't even think it's hard for him. I think it's hard for him to shut it down to get those couple of hours just so he can wake up and go.
What do you think? What do you think of this? I think he's lying, and I think he falls asleep all the time, and they just hide it. I think he's unconscious on the couch all the time.
He's one of those guys who just nods off. Because my parents say that. My parents will say they barely sleep because they don't count all the time that they're passed out on the couch, which is like half the day. Right. So you're referring to the girther movement. Because there was the birther movement, which was spearheaded in large part by our president, claiming that Barack Obama was not born in America.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So now there's the girther movement, which claims that Donald Trump could not possibly be 6'3", 239.
I mean, to me, this is just Kim Jong-un of America. Like, he's just like, I sleep 3 hours, and Kim Jong-un's like, I hole in one, I dunk a basketball, and this is our moron. I mean, this dude just farts shit out all day now.
Like, what does he really weigh? Because I saw a side-by-side of Jay Cutler, who's an NFL quarterback, who's the exact same height, and is listed as weighing 8 pounds less than our president.
I don't know, dude. Look, what is
it? So what does he really weigh?
Is he 6'3"?
I think he is, yeah.
Okay, well, that's pretty tall. It's easy to be 220. What is he supposed to be, 238?
Yeah.
I mean, you can shave a couple of pounds, can't you?
So there's, I mean, okay, I will say, in Trump's defense, that all the guys he's being compared to are very muscular, and muscle does weigh more than fat.
Oh, Tim Tebow, that's not fair. Like, yeah, Tim Tebow's a muscle's more than fat. Everybody knows. Yep. Oh, man, everybody's. Now I'm looking at, like, photos of comparisons. Okay, we don't need to do this anymore.
So there's Jay Cutler, who is not nearly as ripped as...
Okay, yeah.
So what is Trump? Is Trump 290?
Right? I mean, you'd think he'd be pretty close. Hey, John, welcome to the show.
Hey, Ellis, mate.
What's up?
Quick question here. You and Cormier are the only reasons I even listen to any talk radio at all.
Thank you, man.
Listen to all the other shows on this channel now also. And everyone, you guys, Craig Ferguson show, being over it, Jim Stam, all call yourselves the #2 show. See who's lying to me.
I mean... I think Craig Ferguson is the only. I don't care, dude. I don't care. I'm like ready to quit. That's how much I care about being #1. I don't want to work on this channel. Everyone's a fucking idiot on this channel except Craig Ferguson. What's up with that? He's #1. He's #1. There you go. I'm last. The Tully show is #2. Craig Ferguson is #1. I don't know about the rest. Welcome, Patrick. Hello, Patrick. That was fucking
Hannibal Patrick.
That was fucking awesome. Go ahead, Patrick. It's not even true, Michael.
Hannibal, I didn't claim that he made. I didn't claim that I made it up. You know that he made it up. You know exactly what I said. You know that it's true. He carried the torch for that in a major way.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but thank you. That's not important, but thanks. Jordan. Oh, good day. Hmm. Well, that's why there's crystal meth. Thank you, sir. Because it doesn't matter if you're tired. If you do meth, you're back. Adam, welcome to the show. Wow. Thanks, man.
Thanks, bud. Oh, really? Oh, wow. See, he seems like a tall enough guy to me.
Maybe he's got heels on. What's that guy that I met once? Nick Cave had like really big heels on.
Yeah. The like goth rock singer.
Yeah. What does it say? How tall he is in his driver's license?
So what? In 2012, he was 74 inches, and now his doctor says he's 75. So what?
I know. I mean, being the president would probably make you a little taller. It's pretty cool. Why are you bringing up Robert De Niro with... But that's good for a movie,
he's
dude.
He's filming something, and he's standing next to somebody that a character is supposed to be taller than, and so they're obviously not going to show the shoes in the shot.
Duh! They're not saying that he's walking around pretending to be tall, are they? I mean, come on! You think it's a character? Like, De Niro's just like, fuck it, I'm fucking 6'3" now. And nobody points out that his shoes are just giant fucking... Come on!
It's amazing that you can act naturally when you're walking around at those.
Adam, welcome to the show. Hey. Right, yeah. It's mean. It's mean. Even for that guy.
Well, if Homer is 239, well then maybe that's accurate.
You think he just copied Homer's stats?
Maybe.
Welcome to the show. You're live, Steve. I know. I'm trying to get off it, and you're getting me back on it. You fucking idiot. God. I don't care.
Why isn't it funny if he lied about his weight?
It is boring because of how many other things he's already done. It's like, it's not even a good lie anymore. What about the one where it's like, I absolutely didn't say shithole? Alright, maybe I did. Sorry about that. I mean, he tweeted that he didn't say it.
See, yeah, that's the thing.
So it's in writing, you know?
I think we've been pretty good about... There's some people that you can't please, and as long as you're making people angry on both sides, you're probably doing something right. We didn't even bring up the shithole thing, because that's politics. Him fucking making up humongous fucking lies about how fat he is funny, and it's not political.
Yeah. What he said. Don't die.